already.
All right, time to get my manifesto out.
Yo, that's yes.
Cutlass Parker.
15.
Stop it, boo. If you know shit, go shit, buddy. But stop yelling at me.
Don't
He just
you?
wants you to come watch him take a shit. How is that?
I can
Wrong.
see plain as day. It's next to me. I can see.
That's a
it.
good way to open a Twitch stream too.
Oh yeah, dude. Go
Yeah,
go
you
nuts,
got
you know.
my cat.
What?
I said go nuts.
Yeah,
Right on the table pod.
What'd you get, Zeno?
I got 18.
Oh, we're doing highs today. What'd you get, Trauma?
Llama.
I got a 15.
15.
Huh?
Say the line
Did
trauma.
you roll a d20?
What line?
Roll a
Roll the line.
motherfucker.
I'm rolling it. I'm rolling it. D&D's Beyond's loading. I don't know what to tell you. Their website's going down. Performing a tailless handshake to da.jspm.io ... D&D Beyond sucks. There it goes.
Good cover story.
This is why I don't have soundboards activated.
All right, 14.
14.
tell ya.
Miller,
Cry about it.
congratulations with your 13. You have earned the right to give
This-
We
this.
went to
happened
Dairy
last time,
Queen
too.
and nothing happened.
Eh.
What'd you say?
All right, I'm filling you in on what I know. Fuck,
Okay.
fill in the rest. I don't even know remember what happened. What we went to the Ripper dock. Eli talked to the lady about his drive. I found out.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't find out anything.
I forgot about that.
What was it? Yeah. Talking to the Ripper dock. The group got some cookies. Eli had to discuss with her about a drive he dropped off at some point before Declan arrived. Talking to the Ripper dock, fucking knows what her name was because I never wrote it down. Was given the option to either like basically just crack her open and get what I can and basically killing the synth, or to try and bring her back. The option was presented to bring back the proper memories, which that's kind of on the table now, but at the time we just paid her. It was 45 grand two ways with Eli to pretty much bring her back online so we could try to figure out what we could from there. After that, Eli went and talked to the Ripper dock about what was on the hard drive. While doing that, Declan and Lila had a talk about what was going on, Declan's past life on the port. Eli called for Lila to go and talk about what was around the disc, and P came out and the same things, talking back and forth. After that, they left the synth there to be picked up at a later time, and they went to Declan's apartment. From there, they were basically talking about what their plans were going to be and what they were going to do.
All right. Yep. So you paid her to go ahead, get her back up, and to I think to access her memories from the time of the pod, right?
Yeah.
Which she warned could break her because it's not something that you're supposed to know.
Yeah,
but,
which they didn't do.
Yeah. So you
Just
went,
did the normal, bring her back online. And P slipped an extra 25 grand to give her happy memories.
yeah. So you're bringing her back.
Oh, that never happened.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
I thought you did want the memories of the pods from the pod.
I did, but that was a later thing right now. Because if I have the option to try and get like her memories back proper, I want to do that first before going full psycho.
So you just wanted her online, normal. I'll go watch the stream again, but
Yeah, because we paid 90 grand for it.
yeah.
It would have been cheaper to crack her open, but we did 90 grand to bring her back online. Also, she'd do my firmware upgrade for free.
Yes. Okay. Cool. So then you guys talked about your plan. You had mentioned gun running, and you were trying to make a decision between going with Darwin, who is it Darwin or Darvin? Zeno.
I think it's Darwin.
Yes. You're trying to go. You're thinking about going with Darwin, which will get you cheaper rates on buying the guns, but more risk that he turns you over to the corpos. Or you're thinking about going with Vincent, who is a more secure way, but would likely be more expensive to acquire the guns. And so you guys were talking about it. You decided to call Vincent and see. Lila had made the call. You guys were also considering, Lila and Eli were talking about going to check on your mom, because it has been a few days since you've heard from her, and every day that you wait could get worse. So you were talking about that as well. But you were on the phone. Does anybody have anything else they want to add?
We're just hashing things out. We're at the coffee table. I don't think there was anything else that.
That pretty much covers it, unless Eli and Lila want to talk about what they talked about.
No, I don't. No.
Lila?
Well, I meant not. I didn't mean like in character talk about.
Yeah.
Just a recap.
No, not really.
Alright. Lila, you had called a number, which they basically hung up on you until you used the right passcode for the phrase. And then you got a call back the next morning, which you were on the phone at the moment. Are you guys all ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're back on the phone with.
You were on the phone when we ended the session, so you're still on the phone.
Oh, that's right. It was Vincent this time, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Here, I'll just use the phone instead of the his normal voice because you're on the phone. Well, Lila, what can I do for you?
Fuck, what we were asking for.
I had a brain fart. I have no memory of what we were talking
Yep,
about.
I blinked out. We talked about it last time. Arms dealer. That's right.
Yeah.
Good to hear from you, Vincent. We were looking for a chance to meet up with a arms dealer. Going to transport smuggle some weapons if possible.
So, you trying to buy guns for yourself, or are you trying to sell these guns to someone else?
A little bit of both, actually. Could use some more ammunition on our end, but we were also looking to buy a shipment to transport and sell.
Alright. Well, I'll tell you what. I've got a guy where I can get you in touch with him. You have to buy guns. It's gonna be at full price, of course. However, we can cut the middleman, you and me. I can set you up with a job, get us our own guns. What do you think of that?
Certainly interesting. Would not be opposed. Just let me consult the rest of the group. But I think they would be okay with it. Thoughts, guys, on doing our own job to procure weapons and not have to spend money? And kind of look around at the group. If possible, I would just mute on that like second half of the of what I said there, so that Vincent didn't have to hear the background.
And where are we getting the guns from?
I'll give NP a nod and then kind of like look at everyone else real quick to see if there's any other questions.
As long as the price is right. And...
Okay, I'll unmute. Sorry, just checking with the colleagues, but the only question that was brought up was, do we know? What was your question, NP?
Where are the guns coming from? He said procure our own guns, but how?
Do we know what the details of the job are? The location of the gun, who would we be going up against? Information like that.
Well, It ain't gonna cost you money, but it's gonna cost you some effort. Put it that much. If you want to accept, I'll send you the details. But just know that you're gonna be hitting some guys for me. Take their guns. So it's not without its own risk and reward. If you want to accept, I'll send you the details with a contact of mine and get you up to date on everything. But once you accept, it's finalized.
Are we permitted any details beforehand or only after accepting?
Over the phone, girl? No. You have to accept and meet my person in person. Understand?
Understood. I just wanted to know if we'd had to deal with corpos. In that case, we accept.
Excellent. 2 hours. Bar downtown, 5th Street.
Okay.
He hangs up.
We'll send part of the group. Oh. Okay, well, I guess I'll catch up the rest of the group that we have 2 hours to get to a bar that's downtown. We don't have the name of the bar. We don't have the location, just that it's downtown.
He
We
said
have 2
downtown
hours to
on
find.
5th Street.
Oh, on 5th Street.
Why is it always 5th Street and downtown somewhere?
Oh, I don't know. We don't have many details either, but this will save us money that we don't particularly have right now. That being said, I did want to check on my mother. So this part is just meeting the contact and getting details. So if we want, we can split into 2 groups if we feel comfortable. I know it's a bit risky. Or we could meet the contacts and then go check on my mother after. Or either way, we do have 2 hours. It's not...
It's not a lot.
That should maybe be enough time. How far is the drive?
Lila, your mother's
to-
apartment is 21 minutes away from here. Via public transportation.
Thank you, Silva. And what would be the distance from her place to that bar on 5th Street?
Calculating. 8 minutes.
Well, 21 minutes there and 8 minutes to the bar. I think we have enough time to at least take a look around and see if we can find her. Thoughts? There's a good chance she may not even be there. It could be a trap. If we get into a firefight, it should hopefully not be longer than an hour, but it's hard to say once you're in an engagement.
Typical firefights have lasted 7 to 8 minutes.
Anybody opposed to this idea?
So 7 to 8 for a firefight?
That's what Silva said, yes.
I guess we're pretty timely.
About 20 minutes there, 10 minutes if we get into a fight. Maybe 20 minutes to do an investigation if there's nobody there. And then just another 10 to get to that place. So still plenty of time to scope out the bar and get ideas.
I'm trying to sit here and think. The worst we could do is 2 of us could go. If we wanted to split, or 3 of us could go. If Declan wanted to meet with the contact. He gets the deeds and whatnot. And then if we went on the apartment, MP can maybe take an adjacent building. I'm not sure. All the buildings are super high here, aren't they? Right?
In that area,
All the
yes.
Apartments. Okay, so
Lila's mother lives on the Corpo
We can-
district.
yes. Well, you can still possibly get an advantage. I'm not too sure. I'm sure you can figure out a way. And that'd leave us to get in. Either way, we gotta make tracks. So let's talk about a plan as we go down to the car.
Okay. In that case, I suppose we get our gear and we get to move on then.
Guess take my breakfast to go.
How would you feel about meeting the contact, Declan?
Not opposed.
And how confident does everybody feel that if we didn't send Declan to meet the contact, that we could pan it out in... How long did you say, Lila? Like an hour?
two hours until we need to meet the contact. Though the contact might be expecting me or someone that is like me.
MP, what do you think?
Either way works.
Damn it. All right. We'll go over to Lila's house, or Lila's mother's house. We'll do at least a quick stakeout, and we'll come to a decision there. At least we can figure out whether or not corpos are staking it out, and this will be a bigger situation than what we think we're getting ourselves into. All right. MP, you're driving, right?
You got it.
Fuck, okay. All right. Well, that's actually good. No, it's good. With him driving, I reach into my duffel bag, and I pull out the tablet from Android Garage, or the Synth Garage, sorry, and I'll hand it back to Declan. There might be some useful information that you can make heads and tails of that might relate to your friend. Maybe something you might know. I'm not too sure. I can't figure it out.
Well, I ain't too tech savvy, though. Certainly appreciate it. I'll give it a look over.
Don't worry, just words. No tech. Man, go figure out he can't figure out an iPad. Grandpa Declan.
How do I open a PDF?
Oh no!
That's funny. However, this PDF. Incredible.
Pocket.
All right, you guys all head down from Declan's eighth story apartment, and pack yourselves into NP's excellent new car.
Fantastic.
With Mochi meowing in the background.
Yeah, Mochi
Yeah.
is
Hey,
Meowing
Mochi's not here right now.
from Akane's apartment. Mochi is meowing
Yeah,
into the sky.
No, we got a stream set up.
I believe it. Cats can definitely project.
Dude, I can't. That would have been the worst fun. It's like, do we roll the windows down? We leave the air on? Mochi!
The Mochster.
Mochi.
The Mochster, dude. He's fucking. He's mochinating right now.
So.
Well, I'm driving
Going
real
over
casually
everything I had.
again.
All right. Are you? So you guys are
Also,
all going to Lila's apartment, right? To stake it out first.
Yes.
Lila's mother's apartment.
Yes.
What were you gonna say, MP?
Oh, never mind. Question for later.
Fine. I guess.
Actually.
Fucking
No,
question
he's-
for
he's
later.
right, but I mean, I have a question too.
Yeah. What's up?
Does Darwin know MP, or was MP wasn't there for the shopping? Was
He was not there.
Okay.
Is that your question? That's it.
Cool. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Excellente. I have to draw this apartment. You know how it is.
Yes, do art for us on demand.
What'd you say?
Can I use this? Oh wait, no, wait, what? No. Oh, okay. Ooh, actually. Oh. Sorry. Scheme with
What?
Tally.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's right. Nothing.
We're just passing letters back in class.
My God.
Alright, you guys are currently driving on the way there. So you're in the car right now while I set this up. And so, yeah, you can talk about whatever, do whatever right now.
How about that weather we're having?
Lila, don't be absurd.
Pretty rainy out there, eh?
Allie, this kills me.
These roads are pretty bad. A lot of potholes.
They should really get on that.
Eli
I know.
smashes his
You think
face
with all
off
the taxpayer
dashboard.
money we pay, they would get rid of it, but you know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do I pay taxes?
Probably
No.
not.
Even when I was in space, did I pay taxes? How does that work?
I don't know, man.
The company just sent me my T4, and I just had a paycheck in it. I don't know how that works.
Exactly. That's
Do I have
exactly what happened.
unemployment insurance I gotta file for?
Boo! I'll fucking kill you,
I've been
dude.
playing unemployment for 20 years. I think I should be able to file for that.
Lila, is that your cat?
Don't worry, I'll have a Mochi impersonator in my room soon enough.
Well, the MP is legitimately asking God right now, do we have unemployment insurance since I worked for a company for 20 years?
No. Do you think they would give you that?
Mm.
That's insane.
The future.
Think you can retire in this universe?
Yeah, you think that the fucking...
I just unemployment insurance, you know, like a few $100 every month, you know, just to keep me afloat. I don't
Yeah,
know.
fucking
I
right,
paid
dude.
into it for 20 years. You'd think I'd fucking get some CPP.
You didn't pay shit into it. You're lucky you got paid at all.
What? Yeah, but you think they still take that out? That, the taxes.
I really don't.
Ah, damn. Worth a shot. Okay, I drive to Lila's mother's house.
All right.
A little more angrily now as I realize I don't get unemployment.
Oh
Yeah.
my no.
That was the issue. It was specifically that you didn't get fucking... Okay.
That moment when NP finds out he doesn't have social security.
Sons of bitches.
Those fucking bastards.
I fucking hate this world and everybody in it.
I'll pay my taxes for 20 years.
Okay.
Were you though?
Can I
Can you, what are you gonna do?
Oh, the whole car ride's just a rant of me talking about unemployment insurance. Yeah, I just drive to Lila's mom's house. What?
No,
What we're doing?
fucking MP said, MP, Zeno
no,
said something.
Would I know what the response time of ACPD would be in the Corpo Plaza sector or this area? It'd be fast, right?
It is indeed quick.
I don't need a second opinion this with like Grover, right? I just
You know it's quick, but the issue isn't really
Okay.
that usually. The issue is like trauma team's response time here is way faster.
Fuck.
Not ACPD. ACPD is gonna be quick, but trauma team will be here like with a lot of people living down here, you're like 45 seconds to like max
Okay,
minute
wait,
30. ACPD, you're looking at like 4 minutes.
Is Trauma Team everybody, or is Trauma Team Corpo because we're in Corpo Plaza?
What do you mean?
Like is Trauma Team like the regular ambulance service?
No, trauma
or
team
is it just,
the
like,
specific
is-
company
is-
trauma team that
okay.
is paid for,
Okay.
like
Okay.
at a premium
Right, like in
price.
the-
Yeah.
the game. Okay.
Yes. I'm almost done here. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to open that up, and I
Fucking
completely I've been
Minecraft bed here. It's red
Okay,
with a
now
white
that he's-
pillow.
Now that he's built the entire apartment, let's not go inside.
Tally, you'll die alone.
NP just dies. A pole falls from the truck in front of us and slams into NP's head.
Well, it's like Final Destination.
Exactly. Okay.
Except I got my just desserts.
Okay.
Man,
Fuck
all
my
the
ass,
apartments
dude.
look so similar. I wonder
Really?
if they're the same
Think so?
designer.
Probably. I think this one looks very different. What do you mean? Yeah, you know what? Fuck you. It looks way different. This apartment's classy. Okay.
Should have been an architect.
Meow.
Where are the
Ooh.
windows?
If you don't
Here I am,
quiet
guys,
this
on
big
time.
white wall, the whole thing's a window.
Here I am.
Oh,
Oh,
perfect.
Always
that's a
here.
big ass window.
Was always here. Who the hell drew that?
That's
I haven't done-
impressive.
That was really pretty. You used the straight lines, didn't
What?
Okay,
That's, yeah.
so
straight
NP.
lines.
That's well drawn.
You drive there aggressively as you think about your unemployment insurance not being active, and you
So upset.
get to the corporate district. Lots of nice cars are around and whatnot. The sun is blocked by the tall buildings casting shade over everything, but the artificial light is lighting the streets. As you get down there, you pull up to the address that Lila gives you. You see a very nice looking apartment building.
Like artificial light more than.
You see a very
Well, I
nice looking
don't know
apartment building. It is at least 100 stories tall.
Oh.
It is surrounded by many other buildings of similar caliber. You're parked on the street across from it.
Are there any parking spots?
Parallel parking.
Do you still have Silva?
What was
Like,
the
she-
question for Silver?
Oh, I was just wondering if you had her like here. Was she?
Mhm.
Can she answer a question? She answer a
Mhm.
question.
I
What's the
nod
likely-
and tap my head.
What is the
Oh, my laundry's
likelihood of Anatov wanting to turn this little apartment into a war zone? Basically.
To kill us? I don't know. It's hard to say the extent that they'll go, but it wouldn't be out of the question entirely. So, something to keep in mind. All right, okay, shut off this timer. I'll be back.
I want to know. I want to hear Silva's. So what is Silva's? That was like a question for Silva.
You're asked the odds that like they do what?
Yeah,
They-
that,
they
that-
pull it.
yeah. What are the chances Anatov would turn this little apartment into a war zone?
The odds
Oh,
are around
Silver.
27%.
Not
Yeah.
too likely. About a 25% chance.
What are the chances that a hit team, small ops, spec ops like before, will hit the apartment instead?
Yesterday, the odds
So-
were 32%. Today, the odds have decreased down to 3%, given current climates.
Slim to none, essentially. 3%. So, our chances are pretty good, all things considered.
Okay.
Silver, what's the likelihood that she's actually here?
Without other information, chances are unknown, unable to be calculated.
Okay.
Alright, what you guys want to do? You're sitting in the car across the street.
How long was the drive?
8 minutes.
No, it was supposed to be
20.
21, and Pete got there in 17.
Angry
wow.
driving wins.
Guess I'll
Have
step
taxes.
out and look to cross the street, lead the way. No time to waste.
Is there any other? I don't know. I would honestly recommend MP that you go find a vantage point or park the car
Are they all
elsewhere.
apartment buildings?
Yeah, everything is like a tall apartment buildings all around.
I'll cross the street
Lila,
while they look for
Is
a
this-
place to
oh,
park.
damn, she left.
Yeah,
go
I'll have the call going though.
Oh, okay. Lila, are these the kind of apartment buildings you need a key card for to get into?
Absolutely.
Flop. Yeah, I don't think I can get any other buildings, Eli. And I think I can't. I'd have to get all the way to the roof. All the apartments would probably have people in them.
Alright. Then Declan, I guess do what you did before. Stand around, look pretty. MP, do a run around the block.
I'll go drive around the neighborhood.
And look for things that are suspicious.
The likelihood is low of an kill team or other interception at this area. I would recommend all parties present head inside of the building to lower suspicion and the area that
We
you are
don't listen
spread.
to you, lady.
I'll relay that to everybody. Unless she can just talk on the call.
No, she's just talking to you.
Oh,
Okay.
damn. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll pretty much relay everything. Sometimes I'll paraphrase. would it be best if you'd all like to join? I will wait in the lobby, and we can move up together, per Silver's recommendation.
Alright.
I'm so
I guess-
comfortable in the car.
I mean, you can
Or a
keep
hot
track.
dog stand.
I'll I was gonna say bring Declan, but if Declan wants to go to a hot dog stand,
Ooh, yeah. I
Sounds
park
like
the
a
car and I
decent
go with
great
Declan to the hot
path.
dog stand. Actually, I
you
shadow
actually-
Declan in the car as I drive behind him.
That's fucking. You're a menace.
okay.
You got to give them time alone.
Fuck, all right. I guess guys, just be ready on a moment's notice. I don't know.
Are you all deciding to wait? That's funny.
I think they're they're
It's-
fucking.
I mean, I'm with you. I'm
He's-
with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one. That one's perfect.
All right, so just Eli and Lila going inside.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Unless MP wants to park somewhere.
NP
Oh, no, I'm following Declan to the
hot dog stand. Okay.
Yeah, unless you feel like you really need me in there, I'll go. If not, I'm chilling out here.
I'm 50-50. I really don't.
So there's no like street vendors out here. It's very business like down here.
Oh, I guess I'm going in. Fuck you.
It's not like one of those hipster-ish rich neighborhoods, like an actual rich neighborhood.
You see, it's like a what?
Like a hipster rich neighborhood. It's like an actual rich neighborhood.
Yeah, it's like an actual.
That
rich
food's gonna
neighborhood.
suck. And be expensive as hell.
Balls.
Tell me they don't have local vendors down here. I can't believe it. If there were local vendors down here, it'd be the best thing. It'd be bomb.
$15 for one meatball.
Yeah.
It's cheap, dude. It's like
That
1,000.
dude who paid $30 for a fucking ham and cheese sandwich in like New York place.
I'm not playing 15 won lon for a meatball. That's crazy prices.
Dude, you must be
Alright.
racist.
That's
well,
irrelevant.
us three going in.
MP, what are you doing?
Oh, Declan's going too?
Yeah, may as well.
Oh my god, I thought you
There's
were.
no-
I thought you were looking for a hot dog stand. That was him describing that there is no hot dog stands.
Well, if there's no hot dog stands, I'll just turn around and go back.
Oh, I thought we were just looking for one.
I'm gonna go cruise for one.
It's fucking funny, dude. This motherfucker here.
Edby's
Alright.
gonna
Look-
call Nathan
look-
when it's in the car.
Look, we can
Okay.
use this to easily dismiss the bot every time it brings up something. Right? If things go terribly awry because this is clearly a setup because they want us all here, then yeah.
I don't trust the AI. The fact that set a firefight takes on average 7 to 8 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
She was talking
That is
about
how long our fights usually go, though.
she was talking about your fights specifically, not a firefight. The ones that she's been present for.
Yeah,
We've
he's
been,
gonna take a
we've
nap
been
in the back of the car.
Damn.
Give him a call when you guys need him.
You
But he's gonna
smoking
be
in the
watching
car?
the video call so that he can take notes.
You all smoking in the car?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I guess I'll pass NP a cigarette and I'll go to the apartment with the other two.
And
Okay.
he lights a cigarette and then lights his pipe also.
All right, Lila, you there?
Oh, yeah.
So you enter the lobby. It's one you've been to many, many times to visit your mom. You have the information necessary to get inside and go to where you need to. As you go in, you go to the elevator and you put in the passkey that your mom gave you, and the elevator door opens. People inside are ignorant to you. They're checking their devices. They're busy on calls and whatnot, walking around with briefcases and other things in the clean interior of this apartment complex. The elevator quickly arrives and opens, and as the three of you get in, it ascends quite quickly to the very high floor that your mother lives on. She lives near the top, not the penthouse floor, but it's one below. You look and you see the rooftop pool, and you see the penthouse, and you see the floor below it, which is the one she lives on. As you ascend all the way up, you have there's a pit in your stomach. You know, you have an eerie feeling. As you look through the call logs or your text logs, you see that when you went on that mission, the last one you went on with Anatov, that your mom had tried to send you a message warning you not to go on that mission, to not respond, to not go, to just get away. It's peculiar to you. It didn't come through until you got back, but she definitely sent it before, possibly while you were on the way, or possibly just before you left, but at some point when you didn't have signal. And that was the last time that you had gotten a message from her. You attempted to text her back when you left, or when you got back, and when you were burned, you tried to get in contact, but there was no answer. And so, all this in mind, as you kind of look through your messages and whatnot, you just feel a little uneasy about the whole thing. Eli, as you go up, it's just Eli, Declan, and Lila, right? No MP.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys go up, the doors open to that floor, and you walk down the hallway, the nicely lit hallway. And as you do, at your apartment, your mom's apartment door, Eli, you see some cops standing outside. Lila, you see caution tape across the door. That's all you see as you approach. What'd you guys like to do?
What do we see?
Eli, you see police officers and
mutter-
caution tape on the doorway, as well as cops walking around inside.
I'll mutter to myself,
Silva, assessment.
and then I'll start to walk much faster towards the apartment.
These are the variables as to why 3% was the chance.
I don't say anything back. I try to get to the doorway.
Eli, you see as Lila begins to walk faster, the cops standing outside kind of take notice, and they hold up their hand as Lila approaches. Both of them, let me get cops. Inside, what'd you say?
No, it's what I typed. You'd think I would have mentioned us.
You see cops, as Lila approaches, they stick their hand out, and they say, "Sorry, ma'am, this is a crime scene."
As I kind of get up to them, I'll say,
Oh, damn you! I'm a doctor.
and I just fucking butcher the accent. But anyway, I'll try to brush their hands aside and step in and say,
Besides, I might know a thing or two about what happened here. So let me in. Let me take a look.
Eli, anything
Besides,
you
there's
want
a detective with me anyway.
and I'll just gesture over my shoulder as I try to step in.
Let her free, she's with me, and I'll flash my detective's badge and run up and... 21107, look. She's with me. You mind if I do a run over the crime scene?
do? Sorry, detective. Go ahead.
Thank you. And I'll go in behind her.
All right. Declan, you follow in closely, dressed. You could pass for a detective along with Eli, as you guys head inside. As soon as you head inside, you hear, Lila, you see the camera flash as the what's the name? The
Crime scene photographer.
yeah, the photographers and the coroners are walking around. You see the different things of police evidence laying around. They have their blue latex gloves on as they take pictures of different things in the apartment. As you walk in, this white right here is the couch that you and her sat on to watch movies together. The futon. You know, this is her bedroom back here, her bathroom, and her closet. As you guys enter, it is a very, very nice apartment. The floors are marble, as are the countertops in the kitchen. The couch is a beautiful white leather with a white fur blanket on it as well, probably real. TV is a very large plasma or very large screen that is attached to the wall, as well as the walls are a very beautiful light pink color, possibly marble or something else. Lila, as you walk in, you don't see anything at first as the cops are taking pictures of everything. What would you like to do? What would you guys all like to do?
Ask for a spare set of gloves.
You see
Yeah,
them in the
I'll
corner's
just
bag.
look.
You can go and grab them. Oh, what the fuck is that? Let's put a blindfold on me. Did you guys see that?
Oh, I see that chat. Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah, I'll grab a set of gloves as well. Put them on. I'm just gonna basically walk through the entire place, not really talk to anybody, but look it over, and then try to just make my way past all the people, get a look over everything, see if I can find her.
Eli, what are you doing?
Guess following her to the main scene, I guess. When everybody's gathering around.
Okay. Lila, where do you go first?
I'll head for where they're probably crowded to where the body is.
Okay. As you go, you walk through and you notice that they're probably in the back by the jacuzzi that she had in there. You walk in. As you walk past the kitchen, everything kind of moves in slow motion for you. As you go through, you see they're taking pictures. It looks like the table is broken. The coffee table that's in there, that's what they're taking pictures of. There's no blood anywhere necessarily, but things look a bit ruffled up in here. You see some empty alcohol bottles on the floor. They are of vodka, which you know your mother did have a liking to, but you also see bottles of wine and of scotch, which your mom did not normally drink. These bottles are laying on the floor as if they were drank. Eli, roll investigation as well. Declan, what are you doing?
Just giving a cursory glance, not really touching anything.
Okay, anything in particular? Alright.
I'm going to assume I gain an advantage on this because it's in the civilian group for preferred mark. Okay, cool.
Lila, as you walk past the kitchen, you see the refrigerator is open, and you see that
18.
there is no food in there, it's only alcohol in the fridge. Alright. Eli, as you walk
I'm
through,
internalize all the details.
something you notice immediately, you look left. You see, just barely on the carpet, there is there are indents from boots. Definitely men's boots, not something that you would imagine Lila's mom would wear, but you haven't seen her yet. Lila, as you walk past that kitchen, like I said about the fridge, there's only alcohol in there. Eli, you notice that as well. All of the alcohol in the fridge is things like beers and scotch, whiskey, and wine. There is no vodka in the fridge. As you guys walk through, Lila, you walk past the cops standing here, and you round the corner into the back room. You see the pool table move to the side, and you see the jacuzzi. When you see the corners and cops standing around it, you hear that flash from the camera as it reloads, and they take it. In the pool, face down, you see your mother's body. Her arm is placed up on the jacuzzi, as if she was almost trying to get out. Eli, you notice this as well, as she is laying face down. Lila, what do you want to do? And Declan and Eli.
I'll stay along the back by the window and just take in as much of the details as I can. And I'll whisper for Silva to analyze.
Silva stays quiet, and you can hear her processing. Eli, Declan.
I'll just look at Declan and just stay with her, try to comfort her, and I'll walk around to I guess whoever seems like the chief on the scene, who's in charge.
You see another detective there. You don't recognize him. He's not from your precinct, but he is standing there, talking to a maid. It looks like, or someone who works in the building, and appears to be getting a statement as you walk up to him.
Okay, I'll politely wait for the statement to be given and over with until I walk over and introduce myself.
He turns. He puts his data pad, into his trench coat pocket, and he looks at you and extends his hand. Detective, not sure I recognize you.
Detective Dumas, East Precinct. Nice to meet you.
Oh, Detective Hansen, how are you doing?
Good. Do you mind running me through the crime scene here?
We got a call that Miss what was her name? Ostowski was not had not been seen for a few days and was not answering the door to services as usual. When we did a wellness check, we found her. Looks like she drowned in the pool. Possibly, given the situation, looks like she had a bit too much to drink. Probably gonna rule it as accidental.
Do I hear that?
Yeah.
Her room is on the other side, right?
Yep.
I'll turn and cross over to go that way then.
Oh, Roach.
Lila, roll investigation. Yep, what's up?
Okay.
I would like to say I didn't mention this. I would have liked to have taken a picture of that imprint in the carpet or on the floor.
Okay.
The man-sized boot.
I just
Okay.
got a 6.
With
And,
advantage, Lila, because this is your mom's place.
Okay.
What's up, Eli?
11.
She's. How's she dressed? Is she dressed at all, or?
She is naked.
Okay, so. Well. Alright,
You can see that she is, despite Lila's age, she looks quite young. She looks like she's in her 30s. You know she's not because Lila's in her 30s, but that's how she looks. She's built very similarly to Lila, but you can also tell she has had some cybernetic work done, but it's the kind of cybernetic work that's like aesthetic, but it is very expensive looking.
okay.
Her hair is a bright, like almost whitish blonde, and yes, she's laying there, full face down.
Okay. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Who is the coroner here? The guy who handles the body?
He's taking pictures right now.
Alright, kind of like gesture, like wave or something, just get his attention. How long until she's in a bag?
He looks up and he fixes his glasses and he stands up and he says, I'm just getting some pictures of the crime scene here and whatnot. We'll probably move her in about 10-20 minutes.
Okay. I'm gonna walk back out. I'm just gonna go to where's the front door? Over here?
Yep.
Okay. Real quick, does anybody else want to do something? Like,
Declan, roll
move on, Lila?
investigation. Also, anybody that wants, Eli or Declan, you guys can
Okay.
roll sense motive as well.
Okay.
I'll roll.
Wait, do I get? Hang on. Let me check my sheet real quick. Okay, never mind.
Okay, well, nothing terribly great. The one thing that like be worth
Advantage for
checking
Eli.
though is
Yeah.
check
Oh,
the
fuck.
eyelid, given the whole
Yeah, that's
thing
why
going on.
I'm on it. I'm on it. I hear you, brother. That's why I'm waiting for the guy to do his job and then check the body in the bag.
All right.
21, but I also didn't re-roll to see if it was higher. I had the 21.
For sense motive.
Yes.
Just before you walk away from the detective at the jacuzzi, you see the maid, the worker, the custodian. Something about her to you is off. She looks at you kind of nervously. She has this black eyeliner on, and she turns to leave hastily. And you see a slight smirk as she walks past Declan and heads for the door to leave.
Well, I'm standing right by the door, so I'll just...
So I'll say that's before you. That's like you're over here and she starts leaving behind. Like she's like walking out.
Hey, can I talk to you for a second?
She looks over kind of with her eyes but doesn't stop and tries to walk. Keeps walking like past Declan.
Excuse me, ma'am.
She stops and she... yes?
Yeah, I was trying to talk to you. We're from East Precinct, and we need to take our own statement. Would you come here, please? And I wiggle my finger back to wave her over to me and Declan.
Hang on, let me grab the boy here.
Amazing.
Declan, you got what the fuck is it called? A Neuralink, right?
Indeed I do.
Alright. Just, I don't know. We'll just listen to what she has to say. Maybe I can get my hands on the other copy. Actually, you know what'd be fucking hilarious? I wonder if we have it. We must have a text-to-speech fucking program on Instantly. So I wonder if I could just let her talk.
Sorry, quick question. What was the when you guys first entered? What was the main living room look like? Was it fine, other than the whiskey bottles?
I think there were whiskey bottles spewed about. There was a imprint of a man's like boot print on the carpet, and I think the coffee table could have been destroyed or hurt. I'm not too sure. I know that a pool table in here was shoved. But trust. Well, I normally say I got pictures. I usually take pictures of all this bullshit if I can. So it's archived. None of this though.
Pain.
This is good stuff.
This is pain. This is
good stuff for the book.
Fuck off.
Write that down.
No, it's all getting written down. I got the whole place detailed out. This is a perfect scene.
Fucking ow. Just makes me think of Hotline Miami.
MP is just watching his Twitch stream.
Oh, I feel like Richter right now. No, Mom. Just gotta go out, do one more job. We'll be back, Mom.
The one more job.
Yeah, but they died in a nuke, so that's fine. Get them out together.
What was the first part?
But they went out together, it's fine.
True, true. True. It's even worse than Richter then.
He's such a nice boy.
Richter's the only one that I really felt bad for.
Fuck him.
You know how this has to end yet, right? Yeah. Yeah. You know what they say, good times never last.
Just one more job and I'm out. I'm out, man. I'm out.
Leaving this world isn't as scary as it sounds.
Dude, I'm gonna be looking back at Lila across the fucking living room, and it's just gonna be flashes of the lights, and it's gonna be chicken mask.
Yeah.
I can't describe how much this does suck though, and I'm curious if I don't know. This sucks.
Hello?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm back.
Hmm.
I'm feeding my son. Okay. Eli, you ready for that interaction?
Yeah, we have a text and speech system, right? I can like put this in my own text document.
What do you mean?
Basically, when she speaks, you know, I want it to copy down in a file
Oh,
that
yeah,
I
yeah.
have.
Okay.
Alright.
Yes. Sorry, detective. I didn't hear you.
It's okay. Hard day. I get it.
Oh, it's so tragic.
I'm sure it is. One second. So, were you the first one on scene to discover the body?
Oh, I called the police to do a wellness check. I didn't want to interrupt, Miss Ostrowski. So when she wouldn't answer the door, I called the police.
Oh, okay. That's usual protocol?
Well, it had been a few days since she had answered the door. I hadn't seen her around.
Mm-hmm. And what other interactions have you had with Miss Ostrowski?
Oh, see, she was such a nice woman, but she had a bit of a drinking problem. It's very unfortunate that what happened.
I didn't ask about her drinking problem. I asked if you had other interactions with her outside of her apartment, madam. You know, a day-to-day basis.
No. I just was
No.
a typical, house cleaning.
Typical.
Yeah.
Can you describe your schedule to me?
Well, daily I head into work, and then I it's my job to just go through and provide cleaning services for the guests, of course.
Okay, so a real nice 9 to 5. Okay, we're a little earlier.
Yes. Yes, it's
Oh.
7 to 5.
Cozy. All right.
Yeah, it's very cozy.
And you never had any other interactions with Miss Ostrowski? Am I saying her name right? That is the name? I want to get this right.
Lila, I believe it's Ostrowski, but yeah.
Ostrowski. Okay.
Yeah.
either. Well, sounds good enough. But, we'll go. So no other interactions?
No, just those. I'm not super connected to her. Just a concerned employee.
Right. And when did you start working here?
I don't know. I'd have to check.
You don't know, are you? How old is she like?
28, 29 maybe. Late 20s, early 30s.
Why, you poor thing. Memory gone already?
Yes, it's very busy day to day in AC. You know what they say. I don't really focus on it.
Okay. So you don't know when you started. Okay. Yeah. What was your prior occupation with us then? If you don't mind
Oh,
me asking.
I worked at a different complex doing similar work.
Corporation Anatov?
No. I've never heard of that
No.
corporation.
Really?
Roll sense motive again.
Advantage?
Yes.
Hang on. 21.
She's
You
lying.
stupid.
Does she have a name tag?
No. She looks at you and you see tears well up. Detective, I'm getting a bit emotional. Could I be excused?
No. Because, see, I think you're crying because I caught you in a lie.
What? What would I
You're
lie about?
fibbing. Not knowing about Anatov Corporation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right, that was what we caught her?
It's been a long day, and I've never seen a dead body before. No, I don't know anything about that that corporation.
Okay. I know it's stressful, and I'm sure in your line of work it's not usual. Right.
Yeah, no, it's not usual.
Okay. Well, is there any other information that me or my detective friend here should know about before we let you go?
No, I just I wish you all the best, and it's so unfortunate that this accident happened. But I have to go. I've been given the rest of the day off, so I'll be heading home.
Who's your supervisor?
Oh, he's not at work today.
Oh, he's not?
No.
Okay. Well, Declan, do you want to... Oh, he's not? Well, then who's the supervisor here right now, then? Or manager? You know, who can we talk to if not you when you leave?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not really...
How about we go figure that out right now, and we go head downstairs? I can leave Declan, my partner here, or to
Your
take care
detective,
of things.
if you
Let's
want,
go.
I'll give you my name
No,
and
no,
number,
no.
and we can call me back later.
No, we're gonna figure this out right now. We can head downstairs.
Well, I'm okay. Do you want to follow her downstairs?
Yes.
Okay.
And how many officers are outside?
2 outside. Most of them are inside here.
Is it possible to wave on support?
I mean, you're kind of technically you're committing a felony. You're impersonating a police officer, even though you're retired. So I would be careful.
No. Why?
What'd you say?
Dead, Jim.
All right. So Zeno, you there still?
Right. What? Yeah. What'd you say? Sorry.
So technically, you're impersonating a cop, so I wouldn't rely too heavily on them. You did, because you're not actually a police officer anymore. So you should. I would be careful with that.
No. As I guide her out, I kind of wave Declan on. Or, I send him a message, say follow.
I'll just give him a simple nod when the lady isn't looking, and I'll move to Shadow.
Okay. So who's following her? Both of you or one of you?
Both of us, as far as I know.
Okay, so nobody's staying up here, the crime scene? Between you two?
Lila is there.
I know Lila
but
is willing.
We're gonna come right back up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So you guys go ahead. Lila, you're heading to your mom's bedroom. What were you looking for?
Oh, fuck.
You said it back to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to make my way into her bedroom.
Were you looking for anything in particular?
I just wanted to get one last look through the room and just kind of search through her things and look for any keepsakes.
Okay. Lila, as you go into the room, you You look into her room. You see that her bed is made. You also see that her it looked like she was packing. Drawers are pulled open and they're empty. But you do not see her suitcases anywhere. You just see that her clothes are kind of missing. Most, not all of them, but a lot of them. Her closet's open. Her drawers are open. Stuff is missing. Stuff that she would take with her, like pictures and stuff. Normally there was a picture of you, your sister, your father, and her on her nightstand, but it's gone.
I'll look through the closet, kind of look through the nightstand, check under the bed, just look to see if there are any things that got left behind.
So, as you are looking through, one thing that does catch your eye is the movie, the one that you and her always used to watch. I can't remember which one you said it was, but there was a movie you guys used to watch. The one you had wanted to put on that night. You see it is in there. It's in there on like a bookshelf amongst books and whatnot. It's a weird place for it to be.
I'll kind of gingerly reach out and pull the case out.
Okay. You pull the case. You have it in your hand. Feels heavier than it should.
I'll kind of look it over on the outside for that sentimental aspects, but then crack it open to see what's really on the inside.
As you crack it open, instead of there being a disc or a drive or something to play the movie, what you see in its place is it's like a card, like something you could plug in, right? Not like it's like a memory card or something like that. It's something electronic. You see there's a fingerprint scanner on it, and you see written in Polish, to my daughter, or for my daughter, Lila.
It's a bad day for rain. I'll kind of hold the drive against my chest for a second and think about it. Is this something that can slot into a Neuralink port, or do you need to plug it into something else?
This is a little bit bigger.
Okay. Okay. I'll put it back in the case and close it up so I don't lose it, and I'll kind of just tuck it into my jacket pocket, and I'll keep looking through the room to see if there's anything else.
Okay. You look around, and that's really the only thing that was out of place besides her clothes being gone. You don't see anything else.
Okay. Adjacent to the bedroom, is it? I guess a walk-in closet and then bathroom.
Yes.
Okay. I already looked through the closet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just check the bathroom then.
The bathroom is extremely clean.
Okay. Oh, did she leave any clothes behind?
So there's like some, but it's just like there's a few. It's not as many as she had. It looks like
Right.
the expensive ones are here. She took a lot of her clothes. You know what I mean?
Is there at least like one outfit behind, maybe? Perhaps?
Yeah, there's outfits here. I'm just like there's a lot missing, is what I'm saying. But there's definitely stuff here.
I got you.
Did you want to do something with
I
that?
just want to take like one outfit's worth. Something to remember. And I'll fold them up in like a nice little square bundle and kind of tuck that inside my jacket, zip it up.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to do in here?
No, that's it. I'll put my hands in my coat pockets and just step out of the room, close the door behind me, and yeah,
Okay.
I'll probably make my way out as well. Dry the tears, walk past the cops, kind of give them a nod.
Okay. Are you leaving the apartment?
Yeah.
Okay. Eli, you're walking with Declan and the employee. What do you want to do?
Escort her to the elevator.
All right.
What am I thinking yeah, and take it down to the ground floor. I want to come back though, but yeah.
All right. You
That's
take
after.
the elevator down to the ground floor with her. And now what?
I just want to take you to the front desk, basically. And, who's at the front? Is somebody at the front desk?
Yes.
Excuse me, is your supervisor in today?
She looks up, and she just looks a little done with it. She's like, she looks up to you and she says, I'm running the building today.
Okay, I was just curious if you have a manifest of your on-duty staff, and if you could possibly just tell me about this one, and I'll just kind of guide her forward.
Is this one of the cleaning girls?
Yeah, what's your name?
I don't interact with the cleaning staff, thank you. I interact with management and other people of that nature. I don't have time to interact with the cleaning staff. The cleaning staff has sent out their schedules on a per diem basis via text messages and who we need.
That's too damn bad, because I asked for the manifesto. I want to know
Sir, can
who
calm
you
down?
got. No. Alright, there's a dead lady upstairs. I'm sure you're very, ecstatic. So if you could just work with me here, please.
We employ many
That'd be great.
employees. If you want a list of this building's employees, you're going to need to speak with Anatov Corporation. They own the building.
That's a little ridiculous. It's a little erotic. And, what was your name, miss? I'll look at the...
She does not have a name tag either, but she looks up at you. She says, "Sir, do you honestly need my name?"
Yes. I asked, didn't I? I wouldn't have asked if I didn't want it.
Right. Well, I am Miss Carlisle.
What's that sound for?
I'm not
Sounds
sure.
like the
Do you know
lady
another
from-
Miss Carlisle?
No, in the back, like out of character, it fucking sounds fucking like the character, or the girl at the counter of the Anatov building. I don't know why. No, just coincidence. Thanks for being so cooperative. Bye.
Of course, detective. Now can I send my cleaning girl home?
Wait, was that? Wait, no, I was asking for. Did I get the cleaning girl's name?
No, she gave you her name.
Okay, I'm asking for the cleaning girl's name.
I don't know her name, sir. I don't know every employee we have.
Is she okay? Wait, is the cleaning girl not there to
She is.
ask?
I thought you were
I'm
talking to
asking
oh.
her.
Did she
no,
give you her name?
Fuck it. I'm about to say, no, I don't think I got it. I can't remember. Honestly.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm asking. Go ahead.
She looks up. She's like, sir, please, I don't want to get involved anymore and have my name out there in police records and all of that. I would rather, if it's okay with you, just stay uninvolved.
Negative. I'm sorry, man. You're going to have to provide your name for the case.
Of course. She kind of looks at the desk girl. The desk girl is no longer paying attention and is back on her computer over there. So she sighs and looks back at you. Just, okay, my name is Lucy Menendez.
Do you have a sister?
Do I have a sister?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Sorry. Alright, bye.
She quickly leaves.
Okay, cool. Back upstairs.
Are you guys on the first floor at that point?
They were, yeah.
Yes.
Something you want to do, Tally?
When she leaves.
She's leaving. Is something you
How
want to
busy
do?
is the street?
I mean, it's busy, but like, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna follow her.
All right, in your car or on foot?
On foot.
All right,
And of course I stealth to hide among the crowd.
all right. Roll stealth. Regular.
$24.
Donkey donkey. Ugh. Okay. You are amongst the crowd. You see her exit the building and looking over her shoulder, and her nervous walk kind of turns to like a regular stride as she walks, and you begin
The
to
usual
follow.
suspects.
What's your names? The boys in the building. You guys are heading upstairs, and as you get to the top of the elevator, Lila has her head down, and she's waiting for the elevator at the top, to leave.
Question.
Yes.
How fresh was the body?
How fresh?
Yeah.
It looked like rigor mortis had passed, and she had been dead for a few days, maybe.
Okay. How would we lose ONP?
Oh, we lost Tally. He's gone into the
He's
crowd.
really following her. Yeah, he's like,
Sorry.
he's off the
Sorry, press
grid.
wrong
He's blending it.
He's
Right,
following her
right.
hard, dude. He's like, no one's gonna find me at all.
I'm not even here.
You don't even know.
All right. So, what do you want to do, Declan?
No, I was curious of base, like how if the fresh, how fresh the body was.
Yeah.
I was curious because I'm pretty sure, or at least I imagine she's like an Anatov, kind of like a cleaner, or she's making it look more like a cleaning up the crime scene and trying to throw the police off of it by planning everything else that's there.
Okay.
And the fact she is probably like trying to get into the room, was already in there and had to slip out a bit by the time the police arrived, and she used that as her cover.
Okay. So, something you want to do with that information?
No.
Okay.
We just need to keep an eye on her and grab her.
No, I missed that deck. Oh, sure, you're with the. Sorry, I missed you with that. No, bad, keep going.
What'd you miss? Well, you're following.
No,
That's
no, I
all.
missed
Okay.
or something. Yeah, don't worry.
All right. So you guys open. Elevator opens. Lila is standing there. What you guys want to do?
Guess if we're ready to leave, unless we want to check, do a quick watch over the body, probably catch the cleaning lady.
Yeah.
I'll step in and give him a sad smile and say, thanks for coming. If you want to take another look, go for it. I'll meet you guys at the bar.
Eli will step forward, give you a big bear hug. I'm so sorry, Lila. I really am.
I'll kind of return the hug and lean in and say, but a small lead for later.
and I'll let go. And if Declan doesn't want to come,
Oh, I'll
then
go.
okay. Then
Here's a question: are you carrying the clothes, like, or did you stash them in like a bag or something?
No, I did it. You kind of just folded them up into like neat bundles, right? And then kind of just like put them inside the jacket, so it's kind of just, I don't know, a little padded. I spread them out so it didn't look like there was a giant lump of clothes inside. But Eli probably noticed, I would guess.
All right, so are Lila's going downstairs by herself, or are you guys, what are you guys doing?
so it seems.
Yeah, so it seems. NP, the lady that went out, try to keep eyes on her. Imagine she's an Neanderthal cleaner. She's doing something at the site. Didn't sit right with Eli.
Already following.
Dun-dun, dun-dun.
Eli, I guess let's give it a one over before we head out. I don't know if it's related, but after talking to y'all got some dealings going on with Sense. Might be worth seeing if they replaced Lila's mom.
Yeah. Alright, are we able to get back in?
Yeah.
I
There
want
it
to check the shoe rack. Oh, what?
Yeah, go ahead. Shoe rack.
What are they doing?
I was gonna say they're just gonna let you in.
No boot. Okay, no boots, right?
No, you
Like
see,
no men's
you see
Dutch boots.
women's slippers, high heels, and other different things. The heels looked like their size, maybe like 6. She had petite feet, especially the ones you saw. All the shoes are small. There's no boots. Well, you do see like a pair of like women's like thigh-high boots, but again,
Okay,
it's
yep,
a heel.
Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I'll head into the back where the body is. Do they have it bagged yet, or?
They're in the middle of pulling it out of the tub.
Okay. Then I will do just a. Can I do like a general investigation of the
Yeah.
other rooms back? Okay.
Go ahead and roll on the
Can I
body
roll
first.
a roll? Oh, okay. Gonna leave that for them to get out. Okay. Investigation?
Declan as well, yeah.
Advantage?
It's a crime scene. I'm giving you advantage on it.
Oh, okay.
11.
All right.
1 sec. Pass. 23.
All right. As they're pulling the body out, catches your eye as you look. They say she drowned. That's what it looks like. You notice around her neck, even though the body is appearing to be old and it's faded, looks like perhaps laceration of some. Not a laceration. What's the word?
Abrasion.
Bruise?
Abrasion. Yeah,
Bruise?
you see abrasions around her neck. They're very light. They're like faded, and it's hard to notice them. Nobody else has seemed to notice them, but you do see them.
Okay, take note. Is the detective there?
No, he is in the other room now, walking around.
Okay. What was his name?
Hanson.
Hanson. Damn.
I need you to take a seat right over there.
Oh.
I want to check the bedroom.
All right.
Okay.
They're zipping her up, just as you see that, and they. Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, I'll step over just as they're about to like zip up over her head, and I'll kind of like throw out my hand like for a pause, and I'll check her eyelid.
You squat down, take a look, and you casually kind of look, almost like you're checking like her pupils and stuff. And you go to look, you see that her eyes are enhanced in some way. They're not stock. and you see that her eyes are enhanced. And as you go down, you peel that eyelid down a little bit and take a subtle look. They appear to be real. She is not a synth.
I just step back and give him a nod.
They zip it up. The coroner takes one last picture of the tub. And you see two other coroners in there, medical exam MEs in there, and they put her body on a gurney and they start to wheel it out.
Okay.
The coroner looks at you and he kind of just, these corpos, huh? Really know how to party, don't they? And he walks past you. One of the other cops says, yeah, I'm surprised they even let us handle this.
Why?
I mean, you know how it is, detective. Usually they handle these matters internally. Own investigation, private stuff.
Yeah. Man. Seems like they handled it internally. I'll just walk away.
Alright. Declan, you're going to the bedroom, you said?
Yeah.
Eli, are you?
I'm looking for Handsome.
He's
I like to call you Chris Haynes.
he's standing over here by the by this cop over here.
Okay.
But you find him.
Detective Hanson, is it possible I could get a copy of the case file and whatever you got on it? Just transfer a copy to me real quick to save the time of process. Maybe we can lend a hand.
Yeah, I'll send you what I got, man. What's your badge number?
21107.
All right. Yeah, I'll get it sent over to you, man. Yeah. Why? Something pique your interest?
No, it might be connected to another case we've been handling for a couple years. And I just want to cross-examine the evidence a little bit. See if it's actually related.
An accidental death?
Yeah. Well, if I may, there are a few overstatements. You missed the footprint. You missed the abrasions around her neck.
I mean, come on, detective. You know how these corpos get. It's, you know, maybe she had a guy friend over.
What?
Maybe they got a little rough. It's not like we can do anything anyway if he did.
So you're just gonna chalk it up to kinky sex?
He kind of looks around and he pulls you aside and, you know, he's, come on, man. You know as well as I do how this goes. Let's say we got a footprint. Let's say we got a fingerprint. We back it up. Some high-end corpo. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever arrested a corpo?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, I guess I haven't.
You know how this goes. Hell, man, there could be a bullet, a gun, a fingerprint, blood, and a video confession. That motherfucker still wouldn't go to jail. So let's stop pretending like anything's gonna happen. And he kind of pats you on the shoulder and walks back towards the MEs.
Now the Declan. Wherever.
All right. Yeah, Declan. You find Declan in the bedroom. As you guys enter, though, like I was saying to Lila, everything's really clean. So the bathroom looks like you can smell bleach when you walk in, Declan, to the bathroom. You can smell kind of it throughout the house. You smell cleaning products. Everything's very clean, very neat, other than the few things that are awry in the apartment. The bottles on the floor, the broken coffee table. Her bed is made. The And there actually wasn't even any water on the floor around the jacuzzi either. Everything was very kosher. Anything in particular you guys are looking for in here, though?
Just anything that would look off. Mainly.
I'm gonna send you some messages, and
The cleanliness is off. It's very clean.
Like someone was in here cleaning before.
Yeah, the whole apartment is very clean. In fact, Eli, it almost jumps out to you like, the things that are out of place are very obviously out of place.
okay.
Hmm.
But yeah, you guys look around. You see that her bedroom has a nice view of the outside. You also notice, as you walk past the TV in the living room, Eli, you see a tiny red glare behind the screen. It's very, very faint. Declan, you don't notice this, but Eli, you notice that little red circle behind the TV. As you walk into the bedroom and you're looking around, you see the same thing in the behind her bed is a mirror, and like the headboard is like a mirror, and you see that same little red glow behind it, the mirror, just ever so faintly.
Is it possible to lift it off?
Lift what off?
The mirror?
No, it's built into
or is
the
it
wall.
like built into the wall? Oh,
Yeah, it's
fuck. Is there any divots in the wall to like a hatch?
No, it's very seamless.
Okay.
Declan, roll investigation again. Eli as well.
12.
Okay.
$22.
Eli, as you enter the bathroom, you notice one in there as well.
Shake my head.
Also, I'll just say it again. The apartment smells very clean, despite how old the body is. Anything else you guys want to do?
So there's no signs of a struggle in the bedroom, nothing like that. Is there anything out of place?
The drawers are open, and her dressers and stuff, and the closet is open, and there's lots of empty hangers in there.
Is there anywhere there was like luggage? He would have kept luggage.
Nope, there is no luggage.
Hmm. Clothes missing. Clothes missing's a bit odd. There's looks like the place was ransacked a bit, but nothing was strewn about like you'd see in a normal like B&E type.
Yeah. Almost like they orchestrated the perfect murder.
Question though, why is the clothes missing?
Sorry if I misunderstood. We saw Lila carry out a bag of clothes, didn't we? Like a
She had the clothes under her jacket.
okay.
She had like a set of clothes, but there's a lot
Yeah.
more than that was missing.
Yeah. Isn't there a bag on the bed? I thought she was packing. Or anyway.
Are you asking me? Say it again.
Yeah. Isn't there like a brief or not a brief like a case or something on the bed? With
No, there's
clothes
no
in it,
briefcase or
like she's
anything.
Packing? No. Okay, never mind. A little weird.
Well, I got nothing else. Do you
Can I
want
check
to
under
check?
the bed, or is there no under?
What'd you say?
Okay. Is there an under to the bed? Like a gap?
No, it's like flush with the ground. It's like a low seated bed.
Okay.
There's some drawers
I will
attached to the
check-
underneath though. You open them and you just see like shoes and stuff.
Can I look for a hollow panel?
Just like a what?
Like a like a hidden panel, like anything like that, something secret.
You do not find anything.
If I was to do that with the other drawers, would I find anything? No.
You do it the other what you said? Other rooms?
Other drawers. Yeah,
Oh.
other rooms, drawers, whatever.
No, you don't find anything in there.
Okay. Then I don't think else. Then there been revenge.
What'd you get?
Nothing. I think we're done here. Anything else you can think of, Declan? Another once-overs?
No. Character, no, unless you want to break open a mirror.
Yeah. I think we should.
Just in the red is a camera that's recording, and possibly grab it and check it out.
Yeah. Yeah,
So?
that sounds good. I could watch the door or shut the door and see how quiet we can break a mirror.
Is that what you want to do? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell me what happens.
Yeah, I'm good with it. For breaking it open.
I'll watch the door, and I guess Declan will break it.
All right. How do you want me to? You want me to roll, or am I just elbowing it?
Just tell me how you do it.
It's a mirror, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'd draw my pistol and bash it real quick.
All right. You draw your pistol and you bash it. The mirror cracks. Right. You smash right where the camera is, or somewhere else.
Below it.
Below
I'm
it.
trying to break
Yeah.
around where the camera is so I can pull it out.
You crack it, and you kind of like stick your hand in there and pull a piece off. What you see is indeed a camera lens, I should say, with the recording light on. However, as soon as you crack it and look, the light shuts off.
Is it possible I can quickly get in there and hook the computer up to it?
It's like built into the wall.
Really? That's so late.
I assume it was like a smart mirror.
Yeah. It's not. It's not like the old pornos. All right. Let's go. We're done here. I don't know what else we can do with this beyond smashing it up. Unless that's what you want to do.
You guys leaving?
Then, I guess we're done. Yeah, I guess
Alright.
we're done.
You guys exit the room and exit the apartment, walking past the cops, heading to the elevator. NP, you've been tailing her for a few minutes. Are you still there, NP?
Yep.
You've been tailing her as she walks. She's checking over her shoulder now and then, but she does not see you. You see her dip around into an alleyway. As you follow and you get to that alleyway, you kind of peek around the corner, and you see that she is about to exit that alley and turn onto another street, but you also see she has pulled her clothes off. You see them just barely sticking out of a dumpster. She's no longer wearing that outfit of a cleaning girl. She is now wearing a business suit.
Okay, I keep tracking her.
All right, you keep walking.
Yep.
Roll investigation
I'm not good at that one.
or perception. Roll perception.
Come on, you.
I'm not good at that one either.
What?
The sniper is
no.
not good at perceiving.
I am so bad at perception. Still good though, I think. Let's see if I have a negative perception. No, I do not. Okay, good. 17.
All right, as you're walking through the alley and past that dumpster, you see her clothes in it, and you see as she turns the corner or exits the alley. She doesn't. It's not like she exits onto another street. What she does is she exits the alley into like it's like almost like a back courtyard. It's like where people
Is it
take the
empty?
trash out of these buildings. It is not. There is an AV there that she steps into. She steps into that AV, and the door closes. And you see as it lifts off.
I didn't hear the AV beforehand. Just like
Nope, it was off. As she steps in is when you get the engine turn on. You hear it lift off. You kind
That's correct.
of get close to the wall as it does, and leaves echoing through the buildings. In that dumpster, though, that you see her clothes, you also see it looks like there is 2 suitcases thrown in there. 2 light pink suitcases. They're like half open. There's like clothes spilling out of them.
Do I see what type of AV it is?
It is entirely black.
Do I what model?
It's just like they're all pretty similar. It's the same ones that like Anatov uses, that Trauma Team uses.
I checked the garbage can then.
Yeah, you used to find the suitcase with the clothes in it.
I checked the suitcases.
The suitcases have clothes in them, and like toiletries and things like that.
Anything
You
else?
also find a picture frame in there. It's like a digital one. In that, you see a woman that looks very similar to Lila, with 2 little girls and a man, sitting there in the in like an old house somewhere.
I zip up both suitcases and I put everything inside them, including the other woman's clothes, and I grab and I take them with me.
Okay. Where are you going?
Car.
Lila, what are you doing when you get downstairs?
I'm gonna
Ask Silva.
Silva, how far to the nearest post office?
The nearest post office can be reached in 6 minutes, but it will add 4 minutes to your trip to the bar. Your meeting is in
By
1 hour
walking?
and 20 minutes.
Okay, thank you. How far by walking?
Walking, you are looking at 14 minutes.
And to the bar from there?
A walk to the bar would be a 35-minute walk.
Okay, thank you, Silva. I hope that you committed all of those visuals to memory, as I tried to do the same.
Of course, dear.
Thanks, Silva.
I'll start walking to the post office.
Alright. Eli and Declan, you guys get downstairs, and you see NP heading back to the car with a suitcase. 2 suitcases. What you guys want to do? There's no sign of Lila, though.
We didn't find too much. Place is bugged though. Got cameras watching. Found one, smashed the mirror. The second I did, they stopped recording. So they definitely had this planned. You find anything, NP? You see that where the lady went?
Yeah, followed her down an alleyway. She then immediately got into an AV after discarding her clothes. She was wearing a suit underneath, and she checked her clothes in the bin, and there was two suitcases in there as well. I think Lila's gonna be interested in these, and I just throw them in the trunk of the car.
So she was, I assume, a fixer type or a cleaner for Anatov.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
Question now, where did Lila go?
At this point, what I sent a group text saying that I meet them at the bar. I'm just gonna run an errand. Just going to walk there. I'll be right back.
Lila will or you will?
He will. I'll be right back.
Travis
yeah.
will be right back or
Player
Lila?
will be right back. Drama. Lila's gonna meet them at the bar. She's just taking a detour. Gonna walk there.
Okay, let me know when you're back because I gotta do your post office part. Rest
Okay,
you,
5 seconds. Just gonna grab.
what are the rest of you guys doing?
Just getting in the car to go to the bar. Lila. Yep.
All right. Cool. You guys all get in the car. NP. You go ahead and head to the bar downtown on 5th Street. You make it there in pretty
You still
ample
have
time.
You still have your modulator on, and the cat's getting all warbly in the background.
Excellent. NP, you head to the bar. Make it a pretty good time. You have about an hour until the meeting. Lila, you take your 14-minute walk to the post office, and you get there to the bottom of a large building. It's a government post office, so it's run down. You see a variety of people inside. It's kind of outside the Corpo district. What do you want to do?
Just get like a regular box and put the clothes in there, and in between them, I'll put the DVD case in there with the card in it, package it up, and I'll get a label in it and put it for address it for Akane's place, and just pay postage and all that, give it to the employees.
Okay.
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, just subtract like 20 credits.
Okay.
Cool. What you want to do now?
Let's say after that, I'll step outside and I'm gonna shoot Akane a text and say, tragic event happened. Sending you mom's things. Could you do me a favor and look through her stuff real quick, and then, just hold on to it for me. Just some keepsakes. Just want to make sure everything is intact. If you get what I mean.
She replies with, I'm so sorry, and then she says, of course, I'll let you know when I get it.
I'll just say thanks very much. And I'll start to walk to the bar.
All right. You guys are sitting there for a little bit in the car when you see Lila walk in with her hands in her pockets. Lila, you see the car parked across the street from the bar.
You said I saw the car parked across the street?
Yeah, NP's car.
Oh, do I see them in it, or?
Yeah, they're in it.
I was going to one of the bars and we got there.
Disregard, they're not in it.
Yeah.
Can I get a drink?
Go and drink.
Okay.
And smoke.
Yeah,
my
I've seen
pipe
that it's empty. I'll just step into the bar to find them.
Okay.
in a dark corner of the room.
Okay, you're gone.
It is it's a nice bar. It's a little more lively though. It's not like a regular bar where you kind of just go and have a drink. There's music playing. There's people kind of dancing. It's not a club per se, but it's definitely a what's it called?
a livelier place than normal. There are strippers here, as well as just dancers in general. They're kind of like in these like tubes that they're dancing in, so people can't touch them. But they are dancing in these things, and some of them will leave and walk around the tables and whatnot. Are you guys sitting at the bar or like a booth or a table or something?
Booth in the back corner in the dark.
Okay. You're sitting at a booth in the dark. Lila, you
I
walk
stealth.
in. Okay. Are you by yourself, by the way?
kidding,
Or is
I'm
everybody with you?
I don't know. I'm just
I assume you guys are with them.
Yeah.
Alright. Cool, so they're all sitting there. You guys see as this dejected looking woman with purple hair walks in. The door opens, the light shines on her before it closes into the darkness of the black light. What you guys want to do?
Do I spot
Order
them right
drink?
away?
You do not
Have a
spot them
drink
right
and
away. It's
wait it
super
out.
dark. They see you though.
Okay. I'll head to the bar instead then and get a drink.
Okay. What are you getting?
Vodka cranberry.
All right, you go ahead and order a drink. They charge you 80 credits for it.
Okay.
fancy part of town.
Maybe. All right, you said
You
that
said it
was
was
your
20
drink?
or 80?
80.
Okay.
Also, inflation goes up, Tally. It's 300 years in the future. Come on.
Damn though. Yeah, but the currency changed.
What do you mean?
I mean, if the currency
Yeah, it
changes, the
changed,
valuations
yeah.
might be different.
Listen. It's based on the U.S. dollar, of course.
80
I'll,
bucks for a drink at a bar. I think I've lost it.
I'll put that first one down, and I'll get a second one, double shot, and I'll take that with me.
Okay. Where are you going?
Tell
Tell
just
you what,
kind of walk
roll,
around and
okay, you walk around for a little bit, and eventually you see them sit in the corner. You see MPs, eccentric looking. By eccentric, I mean the opposite outfit, as well as Eli and Declan there.
Mm-hmm. Was it
Yeah.
another 80 for the second drink?
What'd you say?
So would it be another 80 or more for the second drink?
Yeah, it's the same price.
Okay. I didn't know if the double shot would constitute more. I'll take it.
All right.
Yeah, we'll kind of just give them a nod and sit down with them.
Cool. You guys see Lila walk up, and she sits down next to you.
So, any luck with any other items at the apartment?
NP just like leans over and puts a hand on her shoulder gently. Sorry about that. That must have been hard. And then I pull the photo frame out of my like jacket, and I slide it over the table to her. Found this though.
Kind of give them a weak smile and a nod, and then I'll pick up the frame and kind of hold it close to my face so I can get a good look at it.
It's. Do you know what it is? I assume. Unless you didn't. Were you gone when I described what it was to him?
I guess just describe it again if you could, if it's not too
It's
much.
the picture that your mom kept on her desk. It's you and your sister as a kid, and her, and your dad. It's like a family photo.
Hmm.
Also got what looked like her suitcases in the trunk.
I'll kind of nod very slightly again while staring at the picture for a while, and then I'll slowly go to put it in my jacket pocket.
Good find, NP. Thank you. That would be nice to have.
NP just goes
You-
back to brooding in the corner.
All right.
You said that you found them in the dumpster?
I'll kind of perk up a little bit and look at them.
Yeah, I found them in the dumpster when I was following the custodian. She dropped off all her clothes, which I grabbed too, and she was wearing a suit underneath, and she stepped onto what looked like a corporate AV.
I'll kind of wrap my drink on the table a couple times.
Now that's interesting. I suspected foul play, but that's so, well, obvious. What?
They could have had any girl finder. Why would they send someone real? One of their own people. They could have had an actual custodian finder.
It's true. Likely more foul play on top of whatever happened. Well, on top of that, I found a DVD case, some evidence Mom left for me. Might give us a clue on what happened. I just mailed it to Akane, so hopefully she'll take a look and share the findings. Maybe give us a better idea of what was going on with Mom.
MP's just nodding.
Was there anything I missed between me leaving and
You guys are in the bar right now, waiting.
yeah?
Lila just showed
Sharing
up.
our findings. Yeah.
Did NP pick us up?
You guys are, yeah, he picked you up. You guys are all in the bar. Lila just showed up and she sat down. The rest of you were waiting there for her.
Okay.
So I found a banger on the radio. I was outside.
Dang.
I'll share it with you later.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Cool. Cannot wait. Thank you, NP. I just look I don't know. Shit. Feel like crap.
You discussed since earlier on the call, if I remember correctly. Any luck there, or
Pardon? Sorry.
you mentioned checking to see if she was a synth? I think on the on a call earlier.
Right. No. Oh,
Mm.
sorry.
No, it's okay. It's probably for the better. This way, at least we know and don't have to wonder.
Yeah.
Well, no sense in being distraught for forever, no?
And I'll force a smile.
Let's have a couple drinks. We do have a job in front of us. Some more weapons, so can make some more credits and push forward, yeah?
Of course. Whatever you say, Lila.
Now, on the topic of that, does anybody have any ideas or reservations regarding this contact of Vincent's?
Kind of look around the bar. Anybody kind of stand out, or is it just a standoutish crowd?
It's a pretty normal looking crowd.
All right.
Lila, you get a text on your HUD though, and it says which table. It's from a number. It just says 1.
I'll glance and see if there's a number assigned to our booth.
Yeah, you're at booth 42.
I'll just send back booth number 42.
All right.
Well,
You do that.
our contact is on the way. Seems they're here.
Sorry, our contact's
I'm
here.
guessing it's
Go away for half a second.
yeah, they're on the way over.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Okay. We didn't see him.
How long is the booth? Like how many seats on each side? Like 2 or 3 people can sit
Yeah, it's
on
like
each side.
3 on each side.
Okay.
Not 2.
No, 3.
I want to squeeze in.
Guessing Eli and myself on one side and
I get up
Declan and
to like
NP on
offer
the other?
guy a seat when he gets here.
I was just gonna scoot over so that the edge seat was available.
I'm gonna get up so we can have a seat.
And always the gentleman.
After a few seconds, or a few minutes, almost out of nowhere, quickly approaching your table, and standing next to you, all of a sudden, you see a woman. She has blonde hair with bangs, and her hair is up in a bun. And then her bangs are it's almost like she has a bob and a bun at the same time, if you kind of know what I'm saying, with like the hair strands on either side. She has cybernetics over her mouth, so it's like it's almost like a mask covering. She's wearing a gray trench coat with just a sports bra underneath, and she walks up to the table and sits down next to.
When she comes over, I get up and like offer her my seat,
She takes your seat without saying anything.
and then I sit next to her.
As you try to sit next to her, she puts her hand up and she motions you to the other side.
I grab a chair and I sit on the edge of the table.
Okay. She sits down and she looks over at all of you, and she looks up at Lila.
Lila Ostrowski, I presume.
Correct.
Mr. Vincent was pleased to make your acquaintance and glad that you called. I have the information for your job today.
Happy to hear.
Now, I see a new face. Who is this?
As she looks over at Declan.
I'll give
No, go. Whatever you can do.
I'll give like a side-eyed glance to Declan and look back to her and say,
a new acquaintance, trusted, less well known by Anatov, so gives us more freedom of movement. His name's Declan, and I'll gesture to him to take the floor if he wants.
I'll just give a simple nod.
She extends her hand very properly to shake your hand, Declan.
I guess in that case, I'd reach out to shake her hand.
You feel her hand is not flesh. It is. It looks like a hand until you touch it and you realize that it is cybernetic, or it is chrome. She shakes your hand firmly.
Declan, I assume you have a last name.
Graves.
Well, Mr. Graves, I'm sure Mr. Vincent will be pleased to hear of your cooperation in this matter. Are you the one on the Corvo broadcast this morning?
That was indeed me over a little encounter with some Anatov goons. Well, an Anatov goon.
Anatov. A rather minor corporation. They do seem to be causing you all some issues. Nonetheless, today at 8:30 p.m., a Takeda truck will be moving from the Takeda headquarters towards the docks. You are to intercept this truck, and all weapons inside of it. Will then take the truck to a secure location that will be sent to you once you confirm that you have the truck. Do you understand?
Just to confirm, 8:30 p.m. Takeda truck moving to a secure dock. They'll be loading a weapons shipment there, and we're to intercept the truck.
The truck will be leaving from the Takeda headquarters in Angel City.
Okay.
Given
What about the
Takeda's,
guns? After
Well-
we get the truck.
after you acquire the truck, we will have you delivered them to a secure location.
So we don't get to keep the guns? Wasn't that part of the deal?
You will keep most of the guns. Of course, there's a finder's fee.
How much?
Vincent and his affiliates will likely be taking 30% off of the top.
What does that mean in relation to the guns themselves? If the guns are all
30%.
different types, different qualities, who gets what?
The total price will be calculated, and 30% of that total price will be acquired.
Okay.
Do we pay them after the guns are sold? Or is he just taking 30% of the guns?
You will take 30% of the guns. The rest of it is up to you to run as you please, as you requested.
After
is-
this is our
Your what?
You said we were told that we were not allowed to walk away from this once we accepted the deal. After this, do we have to accept every deal offered, or can we walk away?
It's in your best interest to accept jobs that come your way, but Mr. Vincent is not an unreasonable man. He seeks to fulfill you with jobs that you ask for. Given the nature of this, that had to be set up and the information procured and not given to another party, that is why you could not walk away from it.
Understood. Forgive NP, he's a man of details. And speaking of details, with the information that we have, are there any known weak points to the routes that the Takeda truck will take?
Takeda is an international corporation, one of the biggest on Earth, and they run private security and military operations. You can expect that the route will be well guarded, but the truck will be unmarked. It is not to be seen as a Takeda truck. That's the purpose. We anticipate that the weak points of the route will be somewhere near the halfway mark. We will send you suggested locations to hit it, but it is up to you to come up with that plan and do so yourself as far as when you want to hit it. Hitting on the interstate would be ill-advised, for instance.
Okay, understood. Any idea on that security detail? Number of guards, type of equipment, details on the truck itself, anything like that?
Takeda always travels with a security detail of 8 men in the back of the truck, as well as 2 drivers. Takeda will be armed similar to a SWAT team or a military component. You can expect assault rifles and body armor to be in the way. Should you give them enough time to respond, you can expect AVs and possibly mechanized reinforcements. We estimate you have a response time of 3 minutes and 32 seconds before Takeda forces reinforce the truck.
Okay. I'll kind of like, with the Neuralink, be taking digital notes while she's saying it.
Good to know. Any other pertinent information or any perhaps gear that we could borrow to complete the job?
She reaches into her trench coat and pulls out a device and puts it onto the table.
This EMP device should disable any tracking and other possible ways that Takeda can keep track of the truck, as well as communications inside and out. However, this will cost you an additional 5% off the top.
I'd consider that to be a worthwhile investment to complete the job. But what do the rest of you think?
And I'll look around the table.
Eli's still droning out over sad. Okay, so out of character, I wasn't here for the fleshy details beyond that. We're hitting a transport column or something like that with like shit, and we're going to rob them.
We're hitting a Takeda truck between locations. She said not to hit it on the highway. They're taking 30% off the top of all the guns. We deliver it to a safe location. We get 70% to keep for ourselves and to do with what we wish. She's offering us an EMP device that'll knock out any tracking on the truck, but they're going to take 5% more off the top for that device. Why? I have a question. Why don't we get the EMP device for free? If we're driving it to your secure location, you don't want them tracking us.
Because if you don't figure out a way to disable that tracking, you won't make it to the location.
You're not telling us the location beforehand.
Negative.
Only once we have the truck.
Affirmative. You catch on quick.
How will you know if we've disabled the tracking?
We will be aware.
Okay. Seems a reasonable precaution. Any other tips or information as it regards to the job?
Do you have any more questions?
Oh yeah, Roach. Just on outside question. How would we know how these tracking device, like most distracting devices, work the same way they do in real life, right?
Yeah. The only thing is, like, you don't know where it would be. That's like what she's insinuating, is that if you slap this onto the bottom of the truck, it will immediately fry tracking on it. And communication.
Is the device a one-time use only? I'm asking her.
She nods her head yes.
Or you, yeah. Okay.
You said that the most likely weak point will be around the halfway mark within the route itself. Will we get proper coordinates once we get closer to the time of job, or are we supposed to scope it out ourselves?
The route will be enclosed in the information I'm about to provide with you. Near the midpoint, they will be traveling through a area with lots of traffic lights and pedestrian traffic. I mark this as a weak point because of the frequent stops they will be making.
Okay. In terms of stopping the truck proper, assuming the engine block is reinforced and they have bulletproof windows for the cab.
This is a healthy assumption to make.
Any suggestions or known weak points for the truck so that we can immobilize it?
Aren't you the professionals?
How big is the truck?
Size of a SWAT team truck. Or a money transportation.
Just wanted to know if there was any information within the trade that gets passed around, but if not, that's okay. We'll find a way. The area with the traffic lights, the weak point area.
Test.
Safe to assume
Test.
there's high-rise buildings and whatnot surrounding it, correct?
That is affirmative. There will be multiple high-rise buildings, apartment buildings, and office buildings of the sort.
Okay, we can certainly work with that. Now, 8:30 tonight, correct?
Correct. That is when the truck is scheduled to leave its secure location to get at headquarters.
Okay, and what is the best way to contact you once it's secure?
Once it is secure,
Oh.
we will become aware and contact you.
Okay, understood.
Do you
The
have any more
last
questions?
question.
Of course.
One more. The security detail in the back, with it being relatively, bulletproof and whatnot, visibility is low for the security inside, correct? They wouldn't know what's going on until they step foot outside, yes?
This is correct.
Okay. No more questions from me then.
What is the width, length, and height of the truck we were taking?
What's the circumference of the cab? The
Um,
diameter of the truck bed?
it's like, you know those like armored money trucks?
Oh yeah, I know.
That's what it is.
But what's the width? Yeah, but what's the width, length, and height?
Can you Google that and find out?
I tried.
You did?
Yeah.
We'll call it, let's see, probably like 11 feet tall. Right? Yeah, probably 11 feet tall, and then like, I'd say 25 feet long.
Is it safe to say that it's basically a
Yeah.
bear cat?
What's that?
Here. Here's a SWAT bear cat.
That's right. 11 feet tall. How long? 20,
25.
25 feet long. And how wide?
Yeah, that's basically a trauma. how
Okay.
wide? Maybe 10 feet.
Wild. How do I go? Does MP's friends fucking AV have magnetic locks?
Oh, don't worry. NP's got an idea.
I got ideas too, friend.
All right, let me go get him something. I'll be right back. Y'all can play.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
that was
so-
Here's the initial plan that I've got brewing.
Okay, you go first.
NP gets stationed in like a high-rise building with a perfect view of the street, like long ways. Has armor-piercing rounds, can probably shoot through that windshield and take out the first driver. And then the rest of us can basically be on the crosswalk in front of it, crossing with other pedestrians. When that shot goes off, we can approach the truck. Someone can, put the tracker underneath like the bumper or something, and the rest basically go to the back doors to get ready so that when they start to pile out, we can just ambush them right there and start to take them out.
We should hack the stoplights and fucking just.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Somebody walk by first, like cross the street, and plant the tracker disabler on the fucking bumper of the truck, and then we act.
That'd be pretty cool too.
Okay.
My thought is if we have like a couple people at the back with like ARs or something ready to go, they can pretty much just dump into the guys as they open the doors and take out most of them before they even can get out.
Start
He's got
hitting
an
them with
idea as
payday.
well.
Start hitting with payday lines. Your money or your life. You are insured.
It's true.
We can, if we can get ourselves a 18-wheeler from somewhere, even just renting one, this truck will fit in the back of the 18-wheeler. So we can snag the truck, drive it into the back of the 18-wheeler after disabling the tracking, and then we can just drive off. No one's the wiser.
I don't know if we could pull that off in a busy intersection, but that would be so cool.
'Cause if we take the truck, even if we disable the tracking, they can still track it by sight. So if the AVs end up showing up, then they'll be able to follow us and see us at any point. But if we can get it into an 18-wheeler in an alleyway or something, like even if we drive it like a click away and then put it into the back of an 18-wheeler, we can then drive around at like with no risk.
Oh, other idea. I don't know. We don't have it. Never mind. I was thinking if there's an opening in the top, if we had like just something as simple as like a tear gas grenade or something, we could just impair everybody inside if we take out the driver and get somebody to put that in there before they can open the doors. We need a way to bar the doors. This might be too much of a reach. But it would be nice. We could effectively neutralize everybody inside without having to get into a major gunfight.
I got an idea.
What's your
It's
idea?
Just like I was talking about before. If I'm not sure how AVs work, or if a particular AV that we have would have like a magnetic clamp almost, or something of the like sorts, because they're used for like heavy lifting, transport mostly. But imagine if we could swoop in and swipe the truck if we can figure out which one it is, and steal it that way.
Oh, that'd be
We
awesome.
land somewhere inconspicuous that we want with NP already set up, and we just fucking we disarm these guys and tie them up and leave.
I think they could follow an AV too easily though.
Yeah, no, they
'Cause if
could.
they're
Well,
still- if they're
I
still-
don't know. I don't know about that because
If they're still in
think
the
about
truck,
it.
they can call for help. Like if they're still in the
But-
truck and awake when we're flying, they can just call for help and they can just look
This
down.
is
and,
true.
like,
Yeah,
or if
but the
it's part of
huge,
the city,
yeah,
send an AV.
yeah. Okay, but at the same time, you want to swoop in and like, okay, when I was hearing about the semi truck idea, I thought you wanted to swoop in and have this thing basically just barreling into the back of the truck bed. We
No,
load
like,
it up.
we
and
go,
leave
we
with
hide
them.
the like a little bit away from the target site. We hide an 18-wheeler like in an alleyway somewhere. Just park it, and then when we go grab the truck, whoever the plan is for that, we grab the truck, take the guys out, take the truck, drive it, and then we like just drive it into an alleyway into a truck into the back of an 18-wheeler, and then someone's driving that, and we just drive off out the other side. That way, anyone who's trying to follow us, like, well, basically, they don't see anything. They'll see an 18-wheeler driving away. But unless
Anyone
they're
got their
right next
CDL
to us,
license?
they won't see it.
No, that's a good idea. I feel like that it would be too heavy to roll it into a semi, but we might be able to. I mean, it is the future.
I don't know, man. I'm looking at these dimensions right now and the weight capacity of a 18-wheeler, and they look appropriate.
That just sounds.
If we can maneuver
hefty.
it.
I like
The
idea
other thing
of
too, it's
that.
unmarked, and it's 3 minutes for them to get there with an AV. If they choose to send an AV, they could choose to send mechanized. And so if we can execute within like a minute, that leaves us like 2.5 to get away, and at that point, it might just blend in with any other vehicle. Because the tracking they won't have either to rely on, so they'll just be looking blind.
That's true, but it depends if the truck looks like a. Does it look like a normal truck, or does it look like? Like I'm thinking
It looks like
kinda
that
like
picture
like
I
a SWAT.
posted.
Oh, hold on. But like, does it have
Roach
markings on
said
it?
that.
What I mean.
No, it's unmarked, he said.
Oh my god.
So from top down, it kind of just looks like a van.
Okay. Yeah, we can also just drive away if we can do this quickly.
Yeah, I'm thinking with NP having the sniper with AP rounds, so you could basically take out the 2 drivers. We could have 2 people in the car behind
Oh.
it. You can step out and ambush the guys when they go out the back doors, and then we could have the last person, Lila, whoever, on the crosswalk to go up and plant the EMP and then help with ambushing the rear guys.
Wait, hang on.
Remember that the AP rounds, I might not, depending on what level these guys are, I might not be able to kill them in one shot. And I don't know how much damage gets reduced by going through, like, bulletproof glass.
Oh, that's
with
true.
An AP round.
It
I
would
don't
be a
know if that-
surprise attack, though.
Yeah, true.
if that
But
helps.
so I get 2 shots, but there's 2 of them in the cab, right?
Yeah.
I'd need to hit both and roll well for both of them to die in the first round.
If you could at least take out the initial driver, the relief driver would have a hard time reaching the wheel and the steering and the pedal and all that. He'd have to move the first guy at least. And if he goes to open the door to move the other guy, then whoever is like, in that crosswalk could step up and take him out. And then the door's open too, so we can take it.
But he might just. What if he just shoves the other driver over?
Even then, he's got to get in the seat to hit the pedal.
True.
I feel like he'd have to throw the guy out, and then he'd open himself up. I don't know. The part I'm worried about most is the 8 guys packed in the back.
Yeah,
If we
that's
feel
insane.
confident in, I mean, they'll be stuck in a funnel initially. So if we feel confident in like taking all of them out, there's that. But I feel like we'll get in a pretty big gunfight.
Yeah. And I don't know.
If we just
You would know this, but does the corporal mask protect you from like gas?
ooh.
Yeah, because all the corporals wear helmets and like gas masks. Like, maybe not gas masks, but they wear masks.
That's true. It's futuristic gear.
Because I do like the idea of just gassing the back of the truck, but
We'll
There are
ask
8
her
guys
when
in
he
there
gets
and a
when
bunch of
Roach gets back.
guns?
Yeah, they're all wearing SWAT gear. He said
How
so,
do they
body
fit
armor
them in
and
there?
ARs. I think
What,
for the Bearcats, the back of them have I think like they have the benches on the sides, but they also have a like 2 benches pressed together in the middle, so you can have like multiple guys crammed in, if I remember right.
no, I just mean like both. Like, how many guns are we talking about?
Oh, you know what? That's a good point. How can they do all the passengers but also the cargo?
Yeah, that's my question.
Yeah, that part I don't know. Or maybe they just have the side benches, like 4 each, and then in the middle they have all the cargo strapped down.
Crates.
Yeah, maybe.
Uh,
If we can get like a flashbang or like tear gas or even just a frag grenade, maybe. No, frag's probably too much because there's sensitive, there's weapons in there. If we could get something to throw in there, we could really like fuck them up before they can do anything.
oh, I have an
Uh,
idea. Then
there you go.
this is also going to take part of your idea, Eli. Why don't we do both things? Why don't we drive it into the back of we get a cargo crate, we place it somewhere like in an alleyway a little farther away. We only take the drivers out. We drive it into the cargo crate, and then we basically take off with like an AV picks up the cargo crate and moves that.
Ooh,
Because
We
then,
could try. I feel like the
then we
guys
don't
in the back would already be reacting before we could get them moving.
but if we drive off, like, what are they gonna do? Not be in, then if they get out and we drive off, they're out of the car, and it's armored.
That's
It's bulletproof.
true.
So they can shoot at the car. They could try throwing their product out the back. That's the only thing I'd be worried about. Is there a way we
I
can
feel like they wouldn't be
lock
worried
the back
about that
door?
as much. You know, actually, you make a good point. If somehow you
as
can
we
take the
get
drivers out and we get somebody up to the cab, they could try to get in and start to drive off, because at the same time the guys will be piling out the back to pull security, and they basically just leave them out there, and we could just pretty much disengage, peel away, leave them behind.
Yeah, we can ask Declan when he gets back, because he says he fought with, like, he's fought in like pretty much a fucking war. He would know
That's true.
what these things probably look like on the inside.
That's true.
So we might be able to ask him, like, is there a window between the drivers and the back seat, or is it just locked? Or is there, like, can you lock the back door from the outside? Like, is there a hatch on the roof we could use?
So we got a pretty good idea, I think, of what to do with the drivers. We just need to figure out what to do with the guys in the back, and then once we solve that, I think we're good. But we're feeling pretty good about ambushing them at like a intersection like that.
What are they stopping for? Like, they said they're
Traffic
making multiple
lights.
stops.
It's an
Oh.
area that's more urbanized, so there's a bunch of traffic lights and a bunch of pedestrians, Roach said. So I'm guessing crosswalks and people kind of just all over. So we could blend with the crowd, and also we could have our own vehicle behind it, so we could hit them from like 3 different places at once.
The only thing I can think about, like, at least just me thinking about, like, trying to revise my little fucking thing, is just like roping out onto the vehicle and opening up the back.
Yeah, but the problem is then if we're on a moving vehicle, like,
back.
with guys in the back,
Hey,
like, well, how do we get? We need to get into the driver's cab somehow, and we need to force the drivers to drive somewhere we want them to be, or we have to get into the back somehow.
No, well, that's clamped, if there is even a clamp. The whole fucking thing goes
we're
around.
planning on it now how to steal
Oh,
the
you're thinking land on the back,
vehicle.
clamp it, and, like, tie it to
Yeah.
the roof, and then lift off with it.
No, so remember how
Alright,
I was
hello?
saying before, like, if there's a magnetic clamp,
Alright.
right, and we connect it
We're
with
planning.
the AV like that, right, and if we were to
Yeah.
take ourselves, rope ourselves, and then, like, breach the vehicle mid-fucking air, I don't know, this is just my plan, because these guys...
That's
Damn.
wild.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, you know, if we're breaching the vehicle mid-air as we're doing this, like, what are they gonna do? They can do all they want, but, you know...
Well, they can shoot at us.
fucking... Yeah, that's fine, and we can move around. Fucking...
There's 8 of them and only 4 of us.
And they have a small
You know-
fucking entryway, and they're just gonna eat
Tally?
lead. They're gonna eat shit.
We could totally tear gas the back. There's a top hatch.
Oh.
Unless if this is a different kind of model. So we'll have to verify. But
this
there's
is a couple
there's-
questions that we have for Declan and for
Yeah.
Roach as
The
a side
contact.
character for it. But Declan, you said you fought in Russia for a while.
Quite
Have
a
you
few
ever
times.
seen these armored cars before, or worked with them?
Let me look to see what it is.
Also, when do we gotta end?
It's a Bearcat, essentially.
I would assume I would have.
Roach?
Go,
I
go
probably
food.
saw like
Oh, there.
You said there. So definitely yes.
Okay.
You would have seen these.
So So 2 things. The back door, can you lock it from the outside, or can you? Is it like handles you can shove a bar through or something to, like, lock them in?
It is like you grab the handle and turn it down.
Alright, so it's not like there's no like basically handlebars like attached to the metal like door itself that you use to pull open.
I changed him like 20, 30 minutes ago.
hey, there are
1 second.
what are they
Like a-
called?
I'm thinking like
Running boards. So you could put like a plank underneath the running board and put it against the bottom of the handle so that it can't turn down.
Does the
That's
guns
some
are also in the
Looney Tunes
back? So if you take the guys with taking taking the guns with them and the guys, that'd be funny.
Well, our thought was we could trap them inside, and if there's a top hatch, we can just like throw a flashbang or like tear gas it and
Mhm.
effectively incapacitate them and then take them out. Or just ambush them as the doors open, because then they're stuck in a fatal funnel and we can just like unload on them.
Okay. Let me change the bullet. You guys keep playing.
yeah, but just the like to kind of metagame it like this. That's not how that's like the game doesn't work like that. If we would shoot like individuals, but then they can still bear 8 guns on us, and they can all get out of the car in 1 turn.
But there is something we can do: spray and pray, or the spray mechanic would.
Brian
would
Prey
work.
does low damage. Very
Yeah.
low damage for what?
Oh, is it low damage? Damn.
It's like
well, maybe
half,
all
we
have
could.
reload.
I don't know. Maybe that's something that we could talk with Roach about to see if he's willing to like work that in as like a surprise mechanic or something.
Well, here's the question: what was your original idea? They're probably like gas them.
So
Yeah,
the one that I
back.
yeah. So here's the whole layout.
That's operating on the assumption that they're not wearing masks. Or
That's what we
Right.
have to talk
We're
about.
gonna ask to see if she knows. But the idea was they're gonna go halfway in. They're gonna be in a more urbanized area with a bunch of stoplights, high-rise buildings, pedestrians, crosswalks, so on. So we're gonna station NP down the road in a building where he can use the sniper to take out the drivers in the cab. And then
Negative. Whoa. Hold on. Are we taking the vehicle?
Yeah.
So that's the idea. Is we would have to take the vehicle.
Would his
because
round be able to penetrate the windshield? Is the
That's
question.
It's a
also a
sniper
question we
with
have.
armor piercing, so I don't know, maybe.
We're
it's-
thinking that it'll probably pierce, but maybe lower damage. And so the question is,
We can
like,
ask
the
her
worry
as
is that
well.
It might not kill them, which is a danger. Because if we don't kill the driver in the first round, then they're gone.
If we can at least kill the actual driver, I feel like the relief driver in the passenger seat won't be able to move the fastest. Give us time to deal with him.
Yeah, I might get a second shot at them.
Yeah, we'll have a dead guy blocking him from access.
The other option, tow truck. Like, what if we just like literally just like slam them on the back with a van or a truck or something,
got 'em while
lock
they
the
were
guys
driving.
in, and then we slam we back a tow truck up onto the front of the car. Someone's on the back of the tow truck. We hook it on and immediately start driving away. I don't know if they'd be able we
Oof,
shoot the driver and then
maybe.
do that.
Here's the
If the
question:
tow
do
truck
we,
can carry that much weight, we could.
do we need to bring the truck, or do they just want the guns?
They want the guns, but we don't know how to get the guns. Like, the hard part is getting the guns out of the truck that has 8 dudes in the back of it without getting to a lengthy firefight where reinforcements show up.
Yeah.
Do we know that
I
the
think
path of the
ideally they
one
want us
driving?
to just drop the truck proper off by the way she talked, but there might be
I think
room
they'd be
to
okay
just.
with just the guns, but
Yeah.
Bringing the whole truck is more heat because they'd have to strip it and get any trackers out.
Well, she
Oh.
gave us an EMP device to fry the tracker, and it's an unmarked truck, so effectively, if we get away with it, it should vanish.
Allegedly, that's assuming it's unmarked like they say it is.
yeah. So this
She
was
seems
my,
like she has reliable intel, but that is fair.
this was my other idea. I don't know if Dylan hears one. We get an 18-wheeler.
And slam it in the side.
No, not slam it inside. No. We basically kill the driver. If we're at a stoplight, like, kill the driver, get in the cab, drive even with the guys in the back, just drive the truck into an 18-wheeler and then drive off from there. And what we could do is we could like just gas the entire 18-wheeler thing. We could also just hit it in the side and then start picking up the pieces. But the worry is what if we damage the goods?
Or we immobilize the truck to the point where we can't drive it away, and then we have to figure out how to move the weapons before
Well, then we could
the
blow
3
people.
minutes pass.
Yeah, but you're right. We only have 3 minutes to kill everybody inside and then get.
So
the
they said there's
weapons.
8 people. It's essentially a Bearcat. There's 8 people in it with these
Yes.
guns.
Yeah,
That's not a whole lot of room for guns.
that's what I said.
Roach confirmed Bearcat. Maybe it's sci-fi. Maybe it's a more extended version. The back.
Yeah, I
cylinder.
want to confirm with it because we. It's an unmarked vehicle transporting weapons. They're fitting 8 people inside of a small vehicle. Probably not human. They're either synth or they're going to be robots. So
What if there aren't any guns in this?
Um,
What if Vincent just wants us to fucking hit his enemy, and he's like, "You guys get the guns," and there's just the guns on the guys, and then that's it, and he's just like fucking us, like he's like, "Oh, I wanted to test you," because that seems like a lot of dudes in the back of a truck.
Maybe. I mean,
Literally
either
just
way, I
being
think we
a
still do
military
it
vehicle.
if we
Was the
find
A-
out.
was my shitty AV idea off the table?
No ideas.
I just don't know how we're gonna acquire. Oh, NP's
have an AV.
friends. We do
have
have
an
an AV.
AV,
I
yeah.
forgot about that.
The problem is that
Does-
the AV is also our ride for doing any of our other illegal activities with trading weapons with the Vanguard. So if
It would be a
we-
lot of
I'm-
heat to bring
if
that
we
in.
if we give on the AV, then we get a lot of heat on it.
Look,
the Navy is also very easy to track.
Yeah.
I was also okay. Well, with everything, all this being said, I have faith in the AV or whatever the fuck we're going to use or whatever he has because it got us away from Ares. It got us away from fucking Anatov. All right.
Oh, that's more.
It got
Nate
us
than
out of
taking
him.
fucking Jen.
Yeah. I don't know about that. The whole vehicle itself can go fucking into
Can go to
atmo.
space. Yeah,
Yeah, but they'll
That's
have an
fast.
AV as well in 3 minutes.
and they just
I
have
don't
to
know.
catch us.
I think we need to take out the guys in the back before moving to the final destination. I don't think they're gonna want it with the guys still there.
So, second thing, would the weapons be tied down? Like, you think they'd be tied down in the
They
back of the
probably
truck?
mag clamp them to the ground.
Okay,
Yeah, they've
if they're
got to
mag-
be
if they're mag
secured, I
clamps
think.
to the floor, we could do. We maybe just fuck it and we say let's take the AV, let's do that, and then let's basically just instead of hooking the top of the truck, hook the front of the truck, lift it up vertically. That way, if the guys open the doors and try to do anything, they all just fucking fall out, but the weapons stay where they are. And then
The
we just
AV
pair-
idea, it sounds more efficient, but it's so much more high
It depends
attention.
how fast we can get out of there, right? Like if we can do this all within
Yeah.
like 30 seconds, then we're probably good to go
I'm not-
because then the AV can get out of there and then we can park this somewhere.
The use of the AV in my plan would be to literally just like we'd have to identify the vehicle, pick it up, and we're traveling with it, trying to breach it.
Well, somebody has
like,
to
from
get
the
that
side.
EMP fry on it first before we do that. Otherwise, they'll follow it all the way.
I don't think that
That's
but,
also assuming they don't have any shielding on the interior.
Here, why don't we do the AV thing? Our AV can go into Atmo. We go up. Just go up. They run out of oxygen.
Maybe if they don't have the sealed mask, they do have the sealed mask. They might be able to withstand for a little while with whatever life support setup they've got. If they've got
Do those
oxygen.
masks have oxygen masks? Because we had to get different equipment to go out into the radiated wasteland than
That's true.
than the regular gear.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't be hauling that kind of gear just for inner city transport.
Just for transport.
They are international, but yeah, they would have something that would be more suited for the situation.
So they might not have. We could just pull up.
They
the
might
air-
still have some sort of type of oxygen or whatever, if for tear gas and whatnot. I don't know.
If the-
Yeah, but like worst case scenario,
We'll have
they're
to
still
ask.
in the car, and then we basically just like carry them out, and we just put them somewhere ridiculous, and then just wait them out. Because if the car's not
Yeah.
tracked anymore, we could fly halfway into the wasteland, park
counterpoint.
the truck, and just be like,
Yeah,
on its,
counterpoint.
we could park it on its ass, like basically
No.
on its top, and be like, what are you gonna do?
Here, how strong is the EMP they gave us?
We have questions.
Yeah, what's up? I'll just
Go ahead, Dan.
answer him as DM. Go ahead.
Sure. All right, I'll just go through the list. The Bearcat
Yeah.
type vehicle. Need more details on it. So the top of it, is there a hatch?
Yes.
Okay, and then for the actual bed of it, the cargo area, is that more extended? Because we're trying to think, if there's 8 guys in the back and cargo, there's probably not going to be very much cargo. So is it longer than like a typical Bearcat, or how's it kind of looking?
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit longer than your typical thing. It's like a money truck, like I said. That's probably the best way. So like, there's guys in the
okay.
back.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an armored car, but it's
And then
8 people and equipment. That's a bit hard to stretch.
Yeah. I think I
Yeah,
said 8
the
plus 2
security
drivers.
details
I should have
themselves.
said it's 8 total. It's
It'll
6.
be 2 and 6, but that's
Yeah,
still
6
pretty.
guys, 2 drivers.
oh, okay, 2 and
Um,
6, got it.
but
That's
yeah,
a little
still-
bit better. That's
the
still a lot.
yeah, the guns are gonna be in crates and stuff.
Will they be mag clamped to the floor?
Unknown. As far as the
I
EMP,
think it's safe to say they'll be secured.
the EMP is
They
gonna need
wouldn't
to
want loose
be
cargo.
stuck onto the truck somewhere. And
Okay.
then it'll go off, and it's a one-time use.
Window.
It's safe
the
to
front
assume we're
window
not
is
recovering the
bulletproof.
car.
What'd you say? I got 2
Uh,
questions just now at once.
Sorry, go ahead, Declan.
I assume we're not recovering the truck.
You are. So the EMP is specifically built for the Actually,
We're saying
here,
we
I'll
don't
hold it
need
before
to
you get
recover
your
the
chair.
truck if we don't want to.
What do you mean?
We just
We don't
need
need
the
to.
weapons.
We can just take the weapons out if we don't want to take the truck.
You could. It's unlikely you'll get them out of there in your car that you have.
Okay.
We weren't thinking about the car. Second question: bullets through the window. AP rounds. Would they pierce the the bulletproof glass?
From your
From a
rifle.
sniper.
Yeah, from a sniper rifle.
So from your rifle specifically, you have a very powerful rifle. So it's possible. like when you shot down an AV, right? You had to hit very specific area on it to shoot it down.
Yeah.
So it would be possible, but yeah, not like.
Actually, that's
What-
a good point. If you can shoot down an AV, you can probably take out a driver in a vehicle.
Well, the AV again, I shot in a very weak spot of the AV. Like it might not have been armored as much there,
This is
compared to
true.
specifically bulletproof glass. Wait, hold on.
Oh, another question before I forget.
Oh, go ahead.
The security. We're pondering tear gas. So yeah, question was, do they have gas masks or like sealed helmets that might have oxygen or whatnot to keep them safe?
So it depends what Takeda's sending. If they're sending like a trauma team style guys, they'll be fine, probably. But they might be sending like lower tech security guys. Because it seems like with the truck being unmarked and stuff, and without like an actual external detail, it seems to be a low-key drop. They seem to be trying to do this like without being noticed, so the guys might be less geared. It kind of just depends. It's like a 50-50.
Okay.
You might have guys that just have like helmets and stuff. You might have guys that are dressed like.
I'd wager more
Ares.
they'd be. Okay, so I'm going to the thought process. They want to go low profile, so they don't have a security detail that you can see visibly. No tailing cars, no AVs overhead. Also, going light on the security inside makes no sense. You'd want heavier guys inside if you have no external backup. That's within like a QRF essentially. If that's not available, you'd want dudes rolling heavy with the supplies.
This
Yeah.
is true.
What other question? You
Or
said-
if it's low key, it might not be very high priority to them, so they might just go cheap on the security as well because they need it elsewhere.
If that was
Yeah.
the case, they wouldn't be an armored car, an unmarked armored car.
well, they might have a lot of those. This might be their way of doing a cheap run without investing too many resources in it. But yeah, you could be completely right. Like, yeah, that's totally a possibility. So we should assume the worst, unless we see
Yeah.
otherwise. But the stops they're making. So you said they're making stops, and I believe that's just because there's a lot of stoplights.
Mhm.
They're not stopping to do anything right.
So
Like to
she's
drop stuff off or get out of the car and like that.
she gives you. So I'm gonna go ahead and say she's gonna get out her briefcase and she hands you the information. It's a data pad as well as you're taking the EMP, right?
Wait.
I'd say yeah.
We'll
Oh,
go
okay.
into details first, and then we'll
Okay.
while she's still here.
While she's giving you the thing, it has the route and what she has planned out. At each one of the points, you can see the estimated response time for that point. So, at the point where she was telling you the weak spots it's probably like 10 to 15% of the route is like highlighted. This is what she was referring to. It's near the middle. It looks like they're going to leave the Ares building from the Corporation Center. They're going to take the interstate for a few miles, get off of the interstate, and head to like the downtown area where she has highlighted. Here, it looks like there are a lot of stoplights. It also looks like she has a point marked before some of the stoplights where it looks like the drivers always stop for coffee because it says like coffee stop. It seems kind of careless, but it looks like it's routine for them because you see on there it's marked that at 12 out of 16 drops over the past 2 months they have stopped for coffee at this location. This particular truck. So you see that is marked near the halfway mark as well as the other stoplights, and you can see the variable times of response. They differ by a few seconds here and there, but most of them you're looking at about what I said earlier for the response time from Takeda Corporation.
Are you saying this is a supply drop from they're coming from Ares, right?
Takeda. If I said Ares, I was a misspeak. They're coming from Takeda to like the docks. Their endpoint is the harbor, and it looks like the closer you get to the docks after this middle part, the quicker the response time gets. So, because after
Okay,
this,
so they have security details on both sides to respond.
yeah, so they're gonna get after this middle portion downtown where they stop for their coffee, and they go through the stoplights and different things. It looks like the reason that they go through here is because they're transitioning from the interstates to a different highway. That highway is gonna take them to the docks. The docks, it looks like they have. That's where like they're waiting with their own like stuff, like shipment and stuff, and they have like security, essentially over there already, for response times.
Okay. So we're catching them
Unless
at
we
the
get
first
some
point.
type of submarine and we can sink the truck and then take it with the submarine, we should probably hit them at the coffee shop.
Say World War
Yeah.
II.
I imagine with the coffee shop, they would take turns, and one would go in, the other one stay in the cab.
Potentially, that would make sense. But if there's only one in the cab, we can kill them, or we get them as they're getting in and out of the vehicle.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, we catch them in that transition period when they've got the door open or when they're relaxed. You know, we're pedestrians, and then we engage, take the cab over.
Someone could drop hot coffee on them, in the coffee shop. Oh, I'm so sorry.
So it's a frequent stop at the coffee shop.
We could start like a minor scuffle in the coffee shop to try to bait some of them and split them and get them
Got
kind
it.
of out of the vehicle.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. We could try that for sure.
I
Yeah.
suppose it's how trained they are. If they're disciplined enough, they just let the people inside handle with it. Unless it gets too bad where guns drawn, then
They'll probably take
they
off.
probably send 2 while the others defend.
Yeah, we
And
can
at
always
that point, too, they'd probably also call it in, let them know that convoy halted, reason X.
I
Yeah,
mean, if
but
it's
we
just
could do something
an
like
angry-
spilling coffee on somebody.
Exactly. Yeah. If we bump them and spill their coffee, we piss them off, we get into a verbal argument, and we like escalate it. Maybe they call their buddies and they don't raise it because they're just
We live
pissed
in-
off at this random civilian.
But if they're so relaxed to stop for coffee, I don't think they're gonna call headquarters over a
Counter. So another thing is you bumping and going in. You are once again showing your face while you are publicly attacking another corporation. You're going to get another bounty on your head.
That's true.
You do
This is
not
true.
want you do not want a public facing on
Yeah, you
this.
could wear this guy. You could wear big sunglasses and a big old hat, though.
Either way, we're going to be showing face because we're going to be hitting them in a very urbanized area in the middle of
Negative.
an intersection.
We could put masks
You-
on.
Yeah,
So
we could
there's
disguise.
an old world movie called Heat. And they
Old
all look
world.
like this.
I mean, we could wear masks. It's kind of suspicious, but yeah, I mean, we
No,
could
we
do
draw.
that
We
when we
put,
hit
we
them
put
in the
them on right as we
intersection.
start the
Right.
the theft.
Yeah, we walk around, then we walk into like a back office building, and then we put the mask on. They don't know
And we
it's
come
us.
out.
We get a really cool soundtrack too when we do it.
No, they're all many cameras. There's probably many cameras all over the place. So I think
I got my ECM max. It's okay.
That's was kind of why I think the AV idea might honestly be the best one, at least to start
just-
with. Because if
I'm
we
just-
can get the AV and we can hook up to it, we can put them in a situation that they're not comfortable in. Any other
Yeah.
situation, we have to, unless we can gas them, which we don't know until the moment. Any other situation we do, they'll have 8 to 4, which we
I
could probably
wanna-
win.
I
But-
want to bring up a point. I'll let Eli, get my point on EV. Eli,
I was just gonna say that being a couple thousand feet up in the air really makes you think about life choices.
Yeah.
okay,
And again,
counter.
And if
What
we
I
don't
wanna
have
see
gas
on the
masks,
A-
we can just again we can
Yeah,
knock out with low air. Sorry. go
Well, I
ahead.
want to say on the AV though. So I imagine every car is tracked on the street via camera. There's probably smaller localized radars tracking all AV traffic in the sky.
No one caught us going to and from Vanguard, and we had to leave an airport.
I think MP had, or your guy had track
one
or
cared.
jammers.
That as well.
So Vanguard and
Yeah.
Ares didn't care about a potential enemy that shot one of them down.
He also had jammers.
Yeah.
Here's another point.
Vanguard
Even if
also-
we
There we
fry
go.
the tracker,
He's got
they
jammers.
still have comms. They can still talk
Yeah,
and be
they
like,
have
"Hey,
comms
we're being
inside.
lifted in the air," and they can send an AV to
So-
shoot us down or counter us.
Will the EMP
She told you the
cut up their
EMP
comms?
Yeah. So once it's
Even
so
their
if,
local like suit comms?
if they hit so it'll cut out the truck comms. You don't know what comms they have in their suits, but it'll for sure fry. It's designed to fry the truck's systems. What it's connected to, so it'll kill the truck's GPS, the truck's tracking, and the truck's communication.
Yes, the
Um,
suit comms still work.
Possibly, yeah.
And were you guys tracked, Lila? Like in your suits?
Yes.
Yeah. So they potentially could have tracking in their suits as well.
Yeah.
Which means
Not,
we have to get
not
rid of
counting tracking in the cargo.
Yeah, well, I mean, so I think the Chargo's probably fine. I think that's the whole point of the EMP is to disable tracking on the
If
car
they're within the
itself.
truck, I imagine it
Well-
would handle their tracking as
Yeah,
well.
But I don't know if
confined
it's
within
not
space.
their suits though. We don't know if
Well,
it's their suits, just their car.
Okay,
They're
well, if
basically in a
we're
metal
okay,
coffin, though.
if we're expecting this device to be an EMP, a pulse, I'd expect the pulse to handle everything like it to be
Yeah.
Well, it had to be powerful enough to both handle the tracking system, right? Not kill the truck though, apparently. But like, I don't know. It'd have to do enough.
Miss, will this knock out the soldiers' comms as well? And tracking?
She described. She said she basically told you it will take out what it's connected to. So if you stick it to a soldier, it'll take out the soldier. But it's
It's only one-time use only, and so we can only do one soldier
Okay.
or the truck.
yeah.
Well, every
I
soldier
still
will be good.
most like the idea of just getting into the gunfight with them and taking them in that fatal funnel when they're trying to pile out, catching them in that.
But actually looking
That's-
more and more at the best idea, and then we just drive the truck away. And
That
then,
is I say that is the preferable option. You hit them hard, you hit
Yeah.
them fast. You don't pussyfoot around trying to, oh, we want to go non-lethal and gas them out. You don't, just
yeah, we
based
wanna
on
do something
experience of probably
fun
wearing
for the
masks.
heist movie.
Yeah, we
Then
wait
at
for the
that point,
coffee
so
shop.
what we do, we wait for them to drive over a manhole and you cut the bottom out. Steal the crates, replace the hole, and then you're done.
Yeah,
I love
it's
that
the
idea.
Italian job.
Anybody got a mirror we can put in there, like a from the D&D movie where they put like the mirror in
Oh,
the
the-
thing, and
yeah,
then they come
the-
out of the mirror like the
I don't know.
teleportation mirror.
That's great.
Amazing.
Zeno, to answer your question,
No, yeah.
Nick Palmer owns a dropship.
It was Nathan Palmer.
Nathan Palmer owns
I'm pretty
a.
Or was I-
it
was I Nick?
No, you're right. You're Nick. He's Nathan.
So many NPs.
I was Nick. Yeah, I was.
That's not the name I heard.
He owns an orbital dropship, so it was meant to be used by the ISMC or by other spacefaring corporations to drop troops into combat on foreign planets. So, it was built to attach a vehicle component to the bottom, but a specific vehicle component. So think about like how the Pelican can carry the Warthog, right? I know it can also carry the Scorpion, but think about it like that. It's meant to grab infantry transport like a Warthog.
Would
and
it
drop
lift
that.
something as
Light
heavy
vehicle.
as this truck?
Would it lift something? Yes, but can it
If we could
attach it?
attach it
Is
somehow.
is the question? Yeah. So it's not a mag
Well,
clamp. It's like a clamp that is built for a
Very back.
specific model, like a Humvee essentially.
Yeah, but if the mag clamp itself is strong enough to withstand being held up by a thing, if we
it's not a mag
strap
clamp.
enough
It is a
or
like
whatever.
a metal clamp like that
Okay,
hooks down
but-
onto something.
Yeah, but the metal clamp, if we tie a shit ton of like, basically metal cords to it, like big thick wires, we could strap those to the top of the armored car.
If you had him hover there and you could figure out something that could hold that truck up, like 'cause now you have to worry about the wires holding it up, not just the clamp.
You're underestimating the strength of the wires.
But if you can get something
Big,
that'll,
thick metal cables are.
if you can find a way to
very strong.
attach it in less than, 3 minutes, plus you're killing the guys and stuff, then yeah.
Oh, we don't have to kill them right away. We just have to.
Yeah, that's the only thing I think of is getting a giant magnet.
Yeah, I know. Giant magnet would have been awesome too.
Also, you
yeah,
have
I
to,
think
you have to
honestly,
consider if Nathan is even available for this. You haven't asked him
Yeah,
yet.
I know. Lila, none of the. It sounds like all the other plans are
I
too
don't know about you, Nathan.
complicated.
Sound like you had a clear slate for anything we want.
I know. I think it's everything else is too complicated. I think we get up at the coffee shop, we waste everybody and just drive the car away. I still think putting it into an 18-wheeler like farther down the road to hide the vehicle itself would be kind of cool, but it might be completely unnecessary.
Do 18. Well, we can use 18-wheelers if we want to block our path.
Yeah, but if we're taking the driver, if our plan hinges on taking the driver anyway, we shouldn't need.
Always
to
have a
block the path.
backup.
That's true.
I mean, what if we deployed from the AV on top of the fucking vehicle and have the AV provide cover to the other vehicles and fuck them up?
I think they
Does the-
they
That'd be
notice
hilarious.
the AV coming in too.
I don't even care if they notice about the AV. The AV doesn't matter if they fucking see it or not. The AV's gonna be there, right? It's
But how
gonna swoop in like an eagle.
But how do we get in the truck?
We're fucking breaking in. We drop out of the AV, right? Like swooping eagle fucking style.
What are
can
we breaking in with?
breach the fucking top hatch and the two fucking doors.
But if the top hatch is locked,
Yeah, I imagine it's gonna be that thing's gonna be locked up tight. As much as I like the cinematic idea of using AV, it's not viable unless we're using the exfil. Because once again, if every car in the city is probably tracked by cameras, AVs are going to be monitored for air traffic. And then they see, okay, here's this AV at the crime scene. They just go back, basically through all the different cameras and all the feeds, and just dial it back to where it came from, and then your contacts bird.
Yeah, I think the best. I love the AV idea, and I really wish we could use it, but it sounds.
I just
like...
want to get out of there fucking quick because
I
we're going
know.
to diddle dick around so much in this fucking intersection. It ain't gonna be funny.
Well, it sounds.
We're in
But it sounds
we're
like
in
there's
Like
just no way the
cops
AV
are gonna get there, backup's gonna get there. It's
We
going
have
to be
3
so
minutes,
bad.
though. 3 minutes is still, what, 6 seconds a round, 10 rounds a minute. We have 30 rounds of combat to kill them and get out. Once combat starts.
Oh,
30
so
rounds
we're
is longer
living
than
above the
almost
ruins
all
of-
of our other fights ever.
Yeah.
So we could definitely kill all 8 of them in that time, and then take the truck.
We're also living above the old ruins of LA. There's a lot of old subway tunnels,
Oh.
various other tunnels we can use.
You make me think about detonating fucking the road.
Yeah, clap from the road and take it down the subway tunnel. That's an idea I can get behind. That's a fucking idea right there. I like that one for sure.
I want to be in a situation where we put ourselves in control of the combat
I
right
know.
there, and we are entirely the way through. But like, I want to like just jamble the fuck out of them.
I know, like it'd be
These
really
guys.
cool if we let's say we know what intersection they're going to. We literally just set charge underneath the intersection. We blow the intersection. They fall into a tunnel, and then when they get out of the truck all dazed, we fucking just light them up in the back, and light them up in the front, and then just fucking take the truck. And we do that like the guy gets out to take his coffee, blow the charges, door's still open, it lands. We're waiting underground, and then one person takes out the driver and gets in the driver's seat. The other 3 take out everyone in the back, and then we just drive down the tunnel. Are there tunnels, Roach? Tunnels? No, he's not there.
Does this lady work with Vincent?
Sorry, I heard that you want to blow the thing up, right?
No. Are there tunnels underneath the city? Because we're built on the ruins of old LA, aren't we?
Oh yeah, there's subways and trains and stuff.
Yeah. Are there tunnels underneath specific streets?
I mean, you don't know. Yeah, because their subways go everywhere, but like you don't know exactly where the tunnels are.
How many days before this happens?
Hours.
Oh my god! What?
Yeah, it's tonight, 8:30.
We got shafted.
Dude, Vincent, you fucked us, man. Holy shit! This is why we wanted details. Oh my god.
Where's Lila?
Yeah, I think the only thing we can do is attack the truck. There's literally nothing else we can do. No other plan has like the cleanest way we can do is just kill everyone and just take the truck. We don't have time to get any fun equipment.
Well, I mean, the only other thing I can ask is if does your friend have other vehicles?
I don't think does he? I presume he only has the AV.
Yeah, he has.
He hasn't like.
He has one other vehicle.
He runs a private like air job. So he basically is like, hey, you know, I'll fly you around the city for money, or I'll fly you somewhere.
Yeah, he's a private pilot with a
Yeah.
own thing, but he only has the one ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's no time to get any supplies, pretty much, unless you know a gun runner who set up shop right next to the site we're going to. Then we can stop by his shop and get
It's
some
like-
goodies and then go.
It's like 10 a.m. So you guys have like 10 hours.
Oh, you said 2 hours.
No, I said a few hours. Like I said
oh my
hours.
God, I think you said 2 hours. I
You
was
said
like,
how long do we have? I
holy
said hours. Because you said how many days, so I said hours.
fuck. Oh my god, I thought you said 2 hours. I was like, this is fucked. Like, who plans a job like this?
No, you have like 10 hours.
Why would they have this many details about this job and have nothing going on and just be like, I've got a job for you. Here's 1 in 10 hours. Good luck. That's insane. This guy's insane. Next time we are totally getting details where we work with him again. That's fucked. Yeah, I guess let's just go hit the car. I mean, there's still, like, I don't know, in 10 hours where we can find half the stuff we want. So just hit the truck and just kill everybody inside? Kill the drivers, and if the guys in the back try to get out, we kill them and then just take the truck?
Who's the
only
one
way
that
we're
usually
getting
gets
it-
out of the car?
Yeah, at the coffee shop, I mean, when they get out, we jump
No,
them as they get
who's
out.
the one that usually gets out? I assume the guy riding shotgun, right?
That information is not included.
We just know the drivers get out to get coffee.
I want to
yeah,
skull fuck whoever gave us the job.
I know. This was terrible. As soon as they said no, we're not going to give you any details till you accept the job, I was like, oh no, we're going to get shafted on this one.
Because it reeks of, hey, we're desperate, but you guys are stupid enough to take this job.
I'm going to lean over. What if we say no and we walk away?
You've already accepted the job. So please keep in mind.
What if we fail?
Takeda schedules are only released as about this early. We received the information this morning when Lila made the call. This just so happened to be a job that we had for what you wanted.
So you wasted 2 of our hours. Okay. What if we fail? You said we can't say no anymore, but what if we fail?
If you fail, you'll all be dead.
But if we succeed, we might all be dead too, because Takeda might track us and kill us.
It is a possibility, but you will be under our affiliation at that point. You currently are. We'll do what we can to help you out. You are independent contractors, but the risk of Takeda tracking you down is low.
Given the nature of the job, do you have any supplies you can give us? I just short shot, but worth a check.
Of course, all of them will result in price taken off the top.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well,
What if the supplies get blown up?
Mission success, you're
or
asking
lost?
a lot away from the price.
Yeah, you are.
Say that again.
I said for asking for a mission success, you're asking for a lot off the top of the price.
Of course. Other
I don't
fixers
think we'll be
typically
doing
take.
business again after this.
The typical fixer rate is 50%. We're taking 30 as a first-time contractor offer.
Are you requesting the vehicle be taken intact? Or is it just for simplicity of moving and unloading?
It's for simplicity. If you have another means to move the guns, that is what matters.
Do you have any knowledge of the infrastructure of the city underneath that location?
That information can be acquired and forwarded to you in a
How
timely
much is
manner.
that going to cost?
Well, that information is available on the internet, I'm sure. It won't cost you anything.
To the city are available.
You know anybody who runs big rigs?
Yes.
Skewer, Lila, ask her. I lean over to Lila. I actually say this over comms, like quietly underneath my breath, away. Actually, I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna text her. That's fine. I text Lila. Ask your AI buddy to fucking check the internet. But I text that to her.
We do know an individual
Alright.
who operates in heavy,
Ah.
heavy machinery. If we
Uh,
require your services, his price is his price.
Well, it's an option. I got something in mind. Using a vehicle behind to basically force the car to drive forward, force it into a up armor 18-wheeler, get in the back, lock it off, the truck drives away, and then from there deal with the crew inside.
That doesn't fix their comms though.
We don't need.
But if they close all the doors, to the truck, like let's say we push it up there, then they close and lock all the doors, and they stay in the truck and don't get out. We have no way of getting their comms off.
The comms are going to go off either way.
No,
Sure.
the truck's comms are gonna go off.
The truck's comms, but the guys inside, that's
their
assuming
comms
they
might
get
still
out for a
function.
gunfight.
Yes, but if that's what I'm saying, if they don't get out for a gunfight, I mean they'll be able to be tracked, potentially.
Well, what I'm saying though, yeah, we're gonna have that 3-minute window of padding. If we can get the guys inside, get the stuff, get it unloaded real quick, and then just drop the truck, and then drop whatever we have on the truck and go. Like,
How are we gonna take out the guys in the back? Just put them in the truck and then firefight in the back of like an 18-wheeler?
I don't know. Look, I'm just saying that I feel like if we were to breach and clear anything in that small of an environment, like wherever they're sitting, and we fucking gun it with lead, I'm not very confident whatever's on the other side's going to live, but like either side's going to open fire.
Yeah, so the question for you as a DM, Roach. Spray and pray. It's pretty weak. We were thinking about that. It does fairly weak damage. What, like, can we work with that? Like, if there's 8 guys sitting in a truck, fucking standing
Rattle
still, and
doors.
we open up the doors and 2 guys with assault rifles open up on them, Like, is that just the end of that fight, or is that like, oh, they take 5 damage each and then they all open fire on us?
So let's see. I think it's what does it say? Because they all have to make a save, right?
Modulator
And
on.
then- Thank you.
They'll have to make a save. What's the damage? I think it's like
It's
like
very
half?
low. It's like 1d8 if something. It's like half.
Yeah,
think
and then
it's
I
like
think if the
half of your
save
normal
happens, they
damage.
take half damage. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is half the normal damage.
So you'd be going in there and they'll take half the damage, right? So let's call it a D8. So let's say you both hit. So D8 plus your modifier, right? So I mean, like Declan mentioned for his game, if something is hey buddy, are you fucking gonna try? He's like banging his head against like me. If you guys put people in situations where they should die immediately, depending on like how it goes, like we can do that. So, like for instance, if you walk up behind somebody, put a gun to their head, and use it, I'm not gonna be like roll damage, right? Because like
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
it doesn't make a lot of sense. You hit them, you fucking blow the back of their head off, and they're like, "Oh man, it's a
That
good
hurt."
thing that I have 60 health." You know.
Yeah.
So it just depends, right? So like, are you gonna just gonna guarantee kill all of them? No, but like I as the DM will like let you know how it goes. Also they're
Alright,
armored,
So
so all of them will take
So
more
to
than one
roll
shot.
damage for this attack, roll half the number of damage dice you normally would. So 1d8. The attack rise depletes entire. So you can't shoot back after that. You have to reload.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
I'm back.
The size of the cone is the same as normal guns range. Blah blah blah. And instead of rolling attack against attackers at C, they basically try to make a reflex saving throw, which is 8 plus proficiency plus dexterity modifier. So at our level, proficiency is what, 2? Dexterity modifier, let's give you generous 4. That gives us 14. If they beat a 14, they take no damage. If they get lower than a 14, they'll take. Let's say we only have what? How many assault rifles do we have? 3, 2,
3.
3. So we have 3. We could do 3d8 potentially, which is an average of 12 damage. So we have a potential of doing 12 damage, and they have about a 40% chance of beating it. And there's 6 of them in the back. So that means about 2 of them will probably survive and then fire back. That's not including any armored reducing damage they might take. And again, I don't know how much health they have. Like that might not even be enough to kill them. An average of 12 damage.
What kind of weapon crates are they using? They're pretty like sturdy things, heat resistant and all that.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
So if we hypothetically cut a hole in using thermite and drop some very flammable things, those guns would be fine.
We do love our hairspray.
Hairspray is nice.
Mhm.
Do we just buy a bunch of hairspray and just chuck that in?
Hairspray, my beloved.
It might not make a lot of sense right now, but you guys are gonna get cooked. Close this door. What was that?
Oh my god, you know what I'm forgetting too? Eli, you've got a cloak.
And
When the guy gets out for coffee, if he doesn't, I'll probably close his door. I was saying it would be kind of funny if you slipped into his seat and you were sitting next to the driver. And then I popped the driver, and then you just pushed him out the other door and just drove away. And then if the guys in the back tried to open up the doors, we're just following them in our car, and then we just open up on them as they open the door.
There you go.
okay.
Would that work?
y'all's plan.
Either way, I think we catch them at the coffee shop. We get the EMP on it, so eliminate the tracker. And yeah, just take care of the drivers at least to start.
Yeah, and then we'll kill the backup as best we can, I guess. Yeah, where do we want everyone else to go? If let's say Eli's getting the driver's seat, NP's sniping from down the road, where do Lila and do you guys want to stand behind the truck and then just open fire if they open it up, or do we want to drive it away and then park it somewhere where we can then all 3 of us ambush them?
I think
We only have 3 minutes.
Declan and I open fire on them, take them out, and then we can just jump in the back with the bodies and drive away.
What if they don't open the doors?
What if they're not human?
Just a what if.
If they don't open the doors, we have the car. park nearby, because how else are we going to get there? So then we can fetch it and follow.
Does this lady have the information of what their security? Anything about security or no?
She just told you the personnel. 6.
Six guys in the back, 2 guys in the front.
What's the company called?
Takeda. They are.
Is the
Put it this way: Ares is the Takeda of the U.S. Takeda is the international like Japanese powerhouse arms dealer.
So they're Arasaka.
that's what I asked.
essentially.
Takeda
Oh,
was,
great! I don't want to fight Adam Smasher.
Yeah, this seems like I don't want to fight Takeda at all. This is just a terrible deal. I hate these people. I hate fucking.
All right, so what we need to do is like go to a store and get some models of Suns, and we just drop it on the car. We'll get scared.
I was thinking Godzilla figurines, but yeah.
Oh, that would also work. I should listen to
Go,
Godzilla.
go, Godzilla!
Yeah, I think our main priority has to be not being identified, because if this is if this is Arasaka, we are fucked if they find out who we are.
Kiki's
I-
fucking dead.
I'm
brother.
honestly more scared of Takeda than I am of Vincent.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're disguises.
Because Vincent can't even attack his own truck. Like, that's just... He's got people, but come on. Takeda could probably do whatever the fuck they wanted.
Vincent doesn't need this truck. He's giving you a job because you asked for one. He is essentially like, this doesn't matter. If you take the truck or don't take the truck, it's zero
No,
fucking
but
out
if
of
we
his...
fail, we die?
I mean, in the sense that, like, you know, you're gonna be... Not like he's gonna kill you, but, like, if you fail, it's because you died, right? Like,
Oh my god. Then no. Then what? Well, that's what I was asking. Like, what if we fail the job and survive?
if you fail and survive, I mean, you fucking failed and survived, right? Like, that's your own
You just have
can
that
of
little
worms.
black
We just
mark.
want to just not try? Or do a really weak attempt? This is out of character. Do a really weak attempt and just not even try it, and then just fucking walk away from this whole thing and be like, this is crazy. We don't want Takeda on our asses.
I don't see a problem. I feel like we need to be able to take risks, or else we'll never get anywhere. I feel like
Takeda?
Tally,
I
we
think we
wouldn't
can do
be. I don't know. We wouldn't be where we are doing what we're doing if me and you didn't take the silly risk.
Yeah, I know, but like they called Error, whatever the fucking company we're currently fighting, a small
Arasaka,
corporation.
yeah.
No, not Arasaka, the other one, like the one we currently are pissed off with.
Okay,
A small
Yeah,
corporation. Takeda's
okay,
like
Roach.
the
When
US
you said
CIA.
when you said Arasaka, like, okay, I don't fucking know. It doesn't
Takeda.
even matter at
Sorry.
this point.
Think of it this way. Manitov,
I'm gonna stream the music, by the way, because Kiki's fucking...
that's fair. We fucked up the biggest job the company's probably had, and it meant a ton to the guy. So that's why we're huge targets.
Well, also we
And it's a
stole
really
the device
tiny
as well.
company. It's their whole livelihood, basically. They want to get even or get that back. They're hell-bent on it. Takeda, this is a giant company. Small job will probably be like a small blip on their radar at most for this truck. They'll probably just chalk it up as a loss to like street punks, just regular gangs, if we do it right. If they don't have our identities and there's no surviving members, then it's like, well, send another truck.
Do we know about how they've dealt with stuff in the past?
Yeah, when you know their like history of how they usually deal with people who fuck
Let
with
me
This
look
is
it up on
a
Lively.
small truck. We select this job for you because it should be doable and get what you need for what you asked for. Takeda has bigger drops. Even tonight, they have much bigger trucks, bigger security details taking different routes. This is a smaller truck for a smaller buyer. As for how Takeda handles issues, it's a matter of if you are found or not found. Officially, all of you are dead, as is, except for you, Mr. Graves. They are looking for you currently, so I would keep your face out of view. Similar to how many corporations operate, if their security detail is of the higher grade, they'll be recording, as I'm sure Anatov used to when you worked there, Lila. Now, that's how they handle things. Like I said, it's a matter of if they find you or not. Will they let some slight like this go? No. Just don't be noticed.
What is Takeda's relation with other corpos? Are there any they're on very rocky terms with?
They're a direct competitor with Ares.
Anyone else?
Ares and Takeda are the two largest mega corporations that deal in corporate security and arms manufacturing. They are the two that are at odds the most. When Takeda goes somewhere, it's typically to sell to someone that Ares wants to sell to. Takeda rules the international market. If they're trying to break into the United States, or I'm sorry, into the North American Union, Ares currently has dominance here on this side of the globe. However, Takeda wants that influence in NAU legislation. If they can get better contracts, then they will.
Well, that's a false flag. Less heat off us. The event things fell.
You want to dress up as Aries people and try that?
No, but I can probably talk to some Ares folk.
Okay, then.
We think Ares would be willing to help, but then that introduces a whole other slew of
Yeah, I don't want to
problems.
get involved with them at all.
Yeah.
I'm asking on a personal level, not the group level.
Takeda also provides corporate security at Anatov, if you're unaware.
That's another motivator for me to want to do it then.
Do I want to hit Takeda? I thought you said. Wait, you say Ares provides security for Anatov?
Takeda does.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I missed all the names. Okay. Yeah.
In fact,
okay.
I'm quite sure that this is part of the reason that Mr. Anatov sent Lila's team to do that job. He wasn't going to trust corporate security to do something that he needed for his corporation. It's also potentially why you were burned.
Makes sense.
Okay, so search the internet for tunnels. If we don't find tunnels, just gun them down. Do you want to
So
get
what's
an
it-
18-wheeler or not? Because if we
I would
cut
say
someone
still-
else, it's going to cut it off the top of our income.
I'll get it out of my cut then. If we do it, I would like to have a way to solidify the fact that that car ain't going in.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
What was your plan with the 18-wheeler?
Block off the road. If not, just fully abduct the truck.
Like pull it like into the intersection and block them?
Yeah,
Okay.
or even hit them and flip it.
Push them into an 18-wheeler truck.
Whatever. Yeah, there's a few
'Cause
options.
it does fit.
Yeah, force it to load into an 18-wheeler, basically abduct. It would
I think no
cost-
matter what, though, even to force it into an 18-wheeler, we'd have to kill the driver.
it would cost a lot of money, but you can more than likely shield the inside of that 18-wheeler.
For
Stop these
reference,
signals from getting in and out.
We could just cover it in lead.
in case anyone is having doubts, for reference, this is a relatively small shipment, but looking at profits of north of $2 million.
I think we just take the truck and just catch them on their coffee break and gun them down. We take out the drivers, and then we'll fight the security detail if they're really gonna get out and fight, which they probably will. And then we get out of there.
If you do acquire the truck in serviceable condition, we can offer you payment for its sale once we have done so.
We can also keep the truck. And have an extra vehicle for other jobs.
She just stares at you.
If we wanted, if that's feasible and we want to, then yeah, because we have plans of doing more weapons shipments and being possible arms dealers in the future.
That's our ticket in the Anatov right there. Choo choo. Smash for the front gate.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking too. Armored truck, there's so many uses for one of those.
Do we know someone that'd be able to completely scrub the vehicle then?
We can at least park it in Nathan's probably his, wherever he's keeping his fucking AV for a bit, and then we can clean it from there. As long as we, if we use the EMP thing to disable its tracking, then we can deal with it in our own good time.
I don't know. You still have
Yeah.
a guy for that.
Well, we could probably take a look too. I'll be right back to put my leftovers away.
That's assuming they don't have other ways to track it. I mean,
The EMP is a temporary solution. The services will come back online, but we're hoping to have dealt with it by that point.
How long?
Well, once the truck arrives at our facilities, our techs will have a look at it.
We'll coat it in lead. It's fine. If we coat the inside of a cargo truck with lead, it'll block all the transmissions.
So what I'm hearing is not really an EMP. It's just a short-term jammer.
Essentially.
That's probably running till its battery tries itself.
That's another way to put it.
Makes
Well,
the most.
I want to look at the jammer a little bit.
If you
Do
do bring the truck,
Get the jammer. Can I find a way to can I find see where its power, like what's powering it, like where the battery is?
It looks like something like you'll stick it on to the truck, like so. Possibly, preferably on the bottom of it. Of
Yeah,
the truck.
but it's an electronic device. Does it have a power source?
So it has a trigger. So you slap it on and then just activate it, and it will just fry. As far as what powers it, you're not exactly sure. It's kind of like looking at military tech. It doesn't look like you can take it apart or anything.
I start trying to assemble.
Okay, you're not able to disassemble it. But it looks like
Is it
it's
just welded shut? Like how is it? Because something has to be on the inside for this to work. How is it?
so it looks
How-
like a grenade. Like it will go off and temporarily fry those systems. That's the way she described it to you.
But we have
trigger-
to attach it.
Yeah, you have to attach it.
I say we refuse this and we just line the inside of a cargo truck with lead.
No, I'm more on the side of I think it's more of a simple approach. I think we might be overcomplicating it, where we have speed, violence of action, surprise. You know,
Hello?
we have disguises. We catch them on their coffee break. Drivers are eliminated. We deal with the goons in the back, and then we just drive off before the response team gets there to QRF.
Break.
How much would this the man you have would also use? We could use a 18-wheeler from.
Say
How
again?
much would he cost?
Yeah.
10%. Okay.
Or of course it's
We're
more.
looking at 45% at that point.
No, I don't remember. I mean, I remember you mentioning.
Should we
it,
just
but
call
what-
cargo
what's
a truck rental agency? I Google like 18-wheeler rental agencies.
Alright.
I don't think that they would comply with that kind of thing. I don't think they
They
would
don't
let you
need-
use
they
them
don't
for
need to know.
crime. We're gonna drive an armored vehicle into the back of your trailer.
They
Don't
don't know any of
panic.
that. We're just renting it, and then
Yeah, but then that
we'll
leaves
drive
a
it
trail.
ourselves. It doesn't leave a trail though. Not if we just take off the license plate before we do this. Just one other 18-wheeler.
There comes a part of this where it's like, okay, it's realistic up to a point, and then it's like, that's no fun. So I feel like there has to be a fun factor.
Okay, so
This is
the
just
18
shit.
the 18-wheeler is out of question then, unless we want to add another 10% on this. If we really want the 18-wheeler, I say we throw out the dragging device and we just jamming device, because that thing just does the truck. It's fucking useless on the individuals.
Okay.
But if we can line the truck with lead, it'll be useful on everybody inside. In which case, we can deal with them in our own good time in the back of the truck. But if we want to just not do the 18-wheeler at all, then we should use the tracking device, just murder everybody with line, like Lyle was saying. Those seem like our best two options, unless there's a tunnel underneath the street that we can blow up. But that seems like a long shot.
Fucking movie was that?
I did one of them. They blow the street underneath, and then basically the truck goes down, and then they take it out down there. I think it might have been in fucking Arkham Knight or something. Not Arkham Knight. No, what's the second Bat movie?
Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight. Yeah, pretty sure it's the Dark Knight that he does that. When he's trying to kill Harvey Dent.
He forces the truck underground so you can get it in a tight space.
Yeah, okay, maybe doesn't use that, but there is a movie where they just blow the fucking the road underneath, and then the truck falls just into this area, and then they just take the truck, and then it's unloaded, and then they drive off in different cars.
Okay. Trauma. And when I said
Huh.
what movie was that? I was talking
Oh,
about that. I was talking
50
about
plus
that. Yeah. But
I don't know.
also, yes, I like that idea of being able to just like send it underground essentially and drive it out away somehow.
I wrote your streaming what you're typing.
Really? That's fine. Oh wait,
Um,
yeah, it's just you guys. You can see it. I'm fine with that.
What was I thinking?
Okay, how would
They-
you
they-
phone number?
Basically, the conclusion I came to was that if we wanted to do an operation
that's
like
not right.
that, if
Okay.
Vincent didn't have the equipment, then we should have just went to Darwin off the bat, or did the other thing.
Well, we didn't know about this mission, right? And then we didn't know what the details were.
I mean, okay. I'm also on
So
the
the
line
benefit
of-
to this is that like if you go to Darwin or to the guy that Vincent offered, that you have to buy the guns out of pocket.
Yeah, it's on a business somehow.
Yeah.
We've already
so-
accepted this job though.
Oh yeah, no,
This-
we have to do this mission. Well, we can cut Vincent off after this. We don't need him after this. Once we've got guns, we can start going through Darwin and do our own thing. And Darwin's way less scary than Vincent is.
Darwin's more scary because he might be fucking manipulated.
Yes, but we don't need to deal. People who he knows don't have to deal with him. NP can just talk to him. He's never met NP in his life. If NP wears a disguise, he doesn't know NP's voice, and I can just be the front man, and then he'll never know the difference. And we don't have to deal with him through Eli as a contact. We can just be like, oh, I'm looking to sell guns, and I heard you were good in the area, blah blah blah, and then just do that with him, and then start our business with these guns with him, and then just continue on with him. And he's way less frightening. We can intimidate him, we can scare him, we can fucking do whatever we want to him, and like he's not gonna fucking have the power. But Vincent, however, Vincent can basically tell us, oh, if you don't do this job, like you'll be dead, and we have to be like, oh fuck, we're gonna die. But with Darwin, we can take our own jobs, we can choose our own work, we can say no to him.
Keep in
That's
mind,
my argument for taking Darwin.
Darwin's not a fixer.
That's
So you'll be on
Even if
your
he just buys-
own doing stuff.
But Eli's got a plan to make some money. Anyway, let's talk about that after we finish this mission. But so I Google maps of the subway in that area and of the old city. Said it was on the internet, so I Googled that, I guess.
There's a sewer beneath. There's no subway.
How big is the sewer? As
Like there's manholes, you know, like for you to
yeah,
get
but
down
how big is the sewer tunnels?
to walk.
I've actually never been in a sewer.
Yeah.
Wait,
Lila,
like the tunnels are just walking tunnels?
Oh,
Like I mean, if you tried to send a truck down there, it would not fit. No.
Oh yeah, they are way smaller than I expected them to be. In movies, they always look so big.
Oh,
All right, yeah, okay, Lila, Declan, are you married to the 18-wheeler idea?
No, I'm not.
Okay, then let's fucking murder him and take the truck. Anyone opposed to this plan?
I'll make a phone call.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
that sounds good to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I like the idea of just murder and drive away. I think that with disguises and the surprise factor, I think we can be fine there. Though I do understand their concern. I think if it was a higher level shipment, going through the extra effort would be worth it. But I think on this one we can just do a quick hit and run.
I know,
And
I
get
just
away with
honestly
it.
wanted to do something fun, you know, like something out of a movie. Because then it would be like, oh, we blow the thing up and the car gets underground and we take it that way. Or like, we gas them and we take everybody without hurting a single soul. Like, we're like, you know, good thieves. Or we're...
Oh, I totally get that.
Or we
That would
steal it
be
in the AV and we're just sitting on the AV as they're like screaming in their truck, being like, "Ah!" And we're just like, yeah, that's right, that's what's happening. Like, that would have been silly, you know, it just kind of a good time.
Yeah.
Also, at the same time, I could just see this being like another snatch and grab, driving vehicle combat scene. We're done. Like
the
we
hell?
overcomplicated it for it. Also, yeah, what is that? We
I think we all had fun
overcomplicated it
ideas
for-
we wanted to try out. and
Oh
then
yeah,
just
no.
None of them like logistically made any sense, especially in the time frame we have.
I feel like we'll get a job that's bigger that would warrant the creative idea. So I think we should hold on to it because they are viable for a bigger job. I think.
This is my question to you guys, as just
Mhm.
like as for this campaign in general. like one of the things I've been liking with the Cyberpunk campaign is the fact that like when Eli went on like a side tangent over like with the fucking chip thing, like we could do that. It feels like we can do more, like we're more free to choose our own path. And I feel like
Yeah.
Vincent is not that. Vincent is he's gonna give us jobs or offer us stuff, and like we're working for Vincent. But if we do something on our own and start our own thing, we can like kind of make that whatever we want, and kind of do our
I
own
kind
little
of
thing.
see it
I
as
feel prouder of doing that. I can't lie.
really okay. The way I see it, personally, is it's kind of like Pulp Fiction, where you're hired by the guy. You know, you got Vincent and who's Samuel L. Jackson in that movie?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like they're employed, they do things, but they also have tons of free time to do whatever else they want.
Yeah, and
That's how I
true.
interpret it.
But I feel like, I don't know, it feels like we're getting into bed with somebody who's got a lot of power and his own agenda on what's going on here. I have a feeling there's something going on here with the Ares Takeda thing, and he's attacking Takeda. I don't know whether he's associated with Ares or anything like that. Who
Yeah,
knows?
I feel it.
That's
there's
true.
There's something else going on here, and we have, like, Eli and you, I don't know much about it because I didn't hear much about it, but you guys have knowledge about a chip we've got, and it's like a game changer. I'd rather not be associated with anybody else, and then we can choose. Or we choose who we associate with, right? Like, if we sell guns to the Vanguard, and they give us something else in return that we go then around and sell back to the city somewhere, like, that gives us control, because we're the middlemen, we're the guys, like, running things. But if we work for Vincent, Vincent says, here's job, go do job. And then if we're like, we don't want to do that, like right now, he's like, you
But-
took the job, you have to do it.
Okay, I agree, but at the same time, we have only accepted this one job,
True.
and it was out of our way. We didn't even have to accept the job. We accepted. I don't.
We need the
It doesn't
front
matter
money.
how-
We need the money.
It does. Yeah, exactly. We need the money for other expenses, and it doesn't matter, like what or like Anyway, what the reason was. Anyway, we needed the guns. Okay, it doesn't matter. We needed the guns, and we were just
Yeah.
able to get them free. So
Yeah.
it works out. But other jobs that we get or that he offers, we don't have to accept. We have the choice, and this
I
That's
is
what
kind
I
of see it
mean.
more
one
as
step.
I see it less as being employed by him, and I feel like it's better. It's more so building up repertoire with him and becoming one of his contacts if we can establish ourselves as like arms dealers or smugglers or something like that. But we can get jobs for him, but not bound to him if we play it right. I really want the idea of getting a little bit closer to him, having him as an ally because he'd be powerful in that sense, but also really want to get information from him for Lila's own agenda.
That's fair.
I was
what do you
just going
think?
to say, like, we.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, like, we went looking for the resource guns. He gave us guns. He gave us two options, and we took the one that didn't require the cash. We're paying for it with a job. And
Yeah.
that's all. And it's, later jobs
think the
will
jobs
probably
are
have more
optional.
freedom. Yeah, exactly. Right? It's just we went to him because this is all we have right now. We could.
Yeah.
I have two other guys we could have went to, but doing whatever they want would be different. I don't even know what the fuck they'd want.
Well, we can
Anyway,
sell the
sorry.
guns to Darwin. That's what we could do after this.
Yes.
And we could give
Um,
some of them to Vanguard for and whatever the trade you want to do there, and then we could sell to Darwin. But Declan, what
Darwin's
do you?
risky.
This is for me. This is like more like what do you guys want out of the like? What are you guys aiming for? Just so we're on the same page about like where we're going with the campaign. Like what do you guys like? What are you guys looking for?
I was talking to Roach about it. It's hard to say, but right now I really like the idea of establishing ourselves kind of like as our own group. Like we could, whether that's arms dealers or smugglers or just cyberpunks. I like the idea of an independent, known enough group that we have contacts like Vincent that we might do work for, or people like Darwin that we might sell to. Like basically putting ourselves on the map without being like a high level target, I guess, if that makes sense.
That's fair.
A reputable crew.
I want us all to go about our own adventures and do what we'd like to do and accomplish our own goals, whether with the
Yeah.
party or not. Right? It doesn't matter to me because I think we've all done pretty well. No matter, like, because we've done solo parts before. That's what I'm saying. And they were
Yeah, agreed.
Did what they wanted.
And I have no problem waiting. I love seeing everybody what they're doing. But we have like a thing that we're doing like right now, and I think we just need to get over that hump. Like every campaign that we're like, you know, fantasy this, get over that hump, and we'll get to just the great bits.
Okay. Now, Miller, what do you
We'll
think?
be back at it.
I'm pretty much down the ride for whatever, but in terms of Declan, his main thing is just finding out what happened to his friend.
Okay. And I guess we need resources for that.
Yeah. Lila's looking for her sister, so yeah, that's like 2 targets of interest that we're trying to find information on.
Okay.
And now information on what happened to her mom, of course.
Okay, that sounds good. I was just curious because like where we're all to make sure we were all on the same page.
Yeah, so I guess we're looking for a good balance of characters being able to fulfill their I guess arcs, right? Be able to pursue their story, and then something for the group to keep the group together.
While also being a mercenary smuggling group within the city, which I like that idea too.
I think we like.
I'm
we
more
get-
keen on that. Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say that, like, I know that, like, right now, splitting up would be a lot riskier, but when it gets to a point that splitting up might be feasible to cover more ground and be more beneficial.
Yeah.
Because it's because it was feasible in the beginning, it became unfeasible right now in the situation we're
Yeah,
in.
we're being hunted. We have no
Exactly, and we're better in a pack. Give or take. Give or take, but yeah.
Okay, but you've sold me on the idea of working with Vincent Moore. The idea that you're saying like he just offers us jobs, and it's kind of like it's almost like I'm gonna play Cyberpunk again here, but like Cyberpunk, when you get fixers who offer you jobs randomly, but you can just be like, I don't want that.
Yeah, a
And we can
contact,
fuck
not an
this up if we
employer.
want. Think about it. Think about it right now. We could steal the guns and fuck over Vincent, but what does that leave us, right?
Oh, so
It
that's
leaves
a
us
bad
with
idea. I don't want to.
You're right, exactly. It leaves us with a bad rep with Vincent, but it leaves us with a fuck ton of guns we can do things with, which
That's
is
also
pretty cool.
Yeah. No, I just mean like that's what I was saying. Like in the future, it felt like in the moment that working more like after this, working more with Vincent felt more just like falling into his orbit, and we wanted our own orbit. But I think the way Lila you put that about us just working like he would just be a contact we'd have, and then working with him sometimes would just give us like favors and a contact and someone we can call.
Yeah.
Which is probably a really good idea, but we can still do the other stuff, like go work with Darwin if we want to, because we'll have
Yeah,
the guns.
exactly.
Go work with Vanguard, go like do everything else we're thinking of doing. Okay,
If-
yeah, I was just curious what everyone was thinking.
Yeah, basically, well,
yeah.
whatever. If my assumption is like that the end goal is Anatov, and whatever that's going to be, I assume it's like the game Assault kind of on a corp. We're going to need
nuke the tower.
I'm not saying we're gonna nuke the tower, but I'd love to. But
That'd be amazing.
we need the resources, right? Like we're going, like we, and it's up to us, like Fallout, gather our resources, our allies, right? Pick and choose who we want to bring in and risk. If
I don't want to save
when I
our
look at
settlement.
Okay, now
Not
hear me
bad.
out, guys. Let's go talk to the boomers.
All right, yes, let's go.
Yes, let's go.
Let's go to B-52 to bomb the tower.
It's a B-29 pleb.
Oh, my mistake.
Are there any?
Me and NCR
B-29s?
Trooper at the Battle of Hoover Dam. That's a
Any
big
legs?
metal bird. Fucking dropping eggs. What the? They're exploding. That Legionary's on fire. Holy shit. Anyway, off topic. Sorry.
You ever think about how bad of an idea it was for them to bomb the Hoover Dam?
It was incredibly bad. It was risky.
Terrible.
It was very risky.
Anyway, do we want then since Roach is back now? Do we want to?
I've been back. I've been listening.
Oh, do we want to go and do this then and just murder?
Yeah.
I'm down. I don't think it's
I'm
going
for
to
it.
be nearly as bad as we are making up. I feel like we overcomplicated it. And it's going shit. I think it's going to be quick snatch and grab. If there's a resistance, I don't think there's going to be an AV because we've always secured that's low security. But we're expecting heavy guys in the back.
Yeah.
3 minutes to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yep.
Should we
Maybe
bring
more
our-
time if we are able to get that tracker on and scramble it. They might be able to get a fix on they'll have their last known, so if we can get away, then we have more time.
Yeah, I would assume though that like again, I'm making the
Oh,
assumption the guys
oh.
in the car have comms,
Okay.
and so even if we scramble the truck right away, they might get their comms off. But once we kill
True.
them and get them out of the truck, then we'll be good to go.
We're-
But the
Really?
3-minute mark, I think, as soon as we start fighting, I think we should just take that 3-minute mark as gospel and be like, we need to be out of here in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Real quick, out of character. I got like all the time in the world. I don't know what you guys got. Like when you want to end the game.
Tally usually goes to bed pretty soon.
Yeah.
I thought
do
you were
an
going to bed
hour.
as well.
Another hour.
I don't know if I have an
what-
hour because of
Okay.
I got stuff to do
Super fair.
around the house. But I got
Okay.
a few more minutes. I was kind
So we
of
can wrap up like the conversation then.
Yeah, figuring out what you guys want to do.
So we'll take the jammer.
Um, Jammer.
Yeah, I'd say take the jammer. I think it's
Yeah.
too good not to have.
It's 5% of 2 million, like 200,000.
Too much. Too much.
100,000. 100,000 is what it is.
Yeah, but it's not. Well, they said no, it's not 5% of 2 million because you said the total is the total profit 2 million?
Yeah, that's
Or
like
is the
total for the whole.
Our profit is 2 million.
Not total profit was 2.
So they're taking 30%
She said
already.
just north of 2. Yeah,
So they're already taking 60,000. Sorry, 600,000.
100,000. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're gonna take another 100,000.
Yep.
Yeah, so they're gonna take $700,000 off of this. They're not doing any of the work. Damn greedy corporates, sitting up their ivory towers.
She leans
Or their
forward,
ivory
having listened
crowns.
to the conversation that was in game, the parts that were.
I understand, as first time contractors, maybe a little nerve-wracking.
Almost said employees.
But this is a beginner job to see what you're made of, as you have requested. Vincent is very excited to work with you as a new and upcoming group of punks. And we hope to see you blossom into something more efficient and trusted. If there are no more questions, then good luck tonight with this job.
She stands up, and she pats your shoulder twice, NP, and leaves, leaving you with the datapad information on it and with the EMP.
I brushed my shoulder off.
I feel like we should
Um,
go back to the environment.
It would seem that we do have a job after all, then.
Go hang out at the coffee shop for 10 hours?
Well, I was gonna suggest that we go back to the Carmen, and if there's anything we could possibly get out of like any type of equipment.
Ooh,
That, what's that thing that makes it so you got like blurred face, like you're censored?
So any surgery she does is gonna take like hours, and she's also booked for the day with your job already. She's not gonna be able to do anything.
I'm not sure. Well, I was gonna say I'm not sure if it'd take really hours as much as I feel like it'd be like an upward system to Neuralink because so that it can't track you or anything like like the facial recognition.
Depends what you want. If you want the face, let me see if I can find it in here and read it exactly. The face is going to be an upgrade to your face, so she's going to have to do surgery on your face. Hey, buddy.
That's
Also, if she wasn't busy, she would have already upgraded them as they asked. Because Lila and Declan already wanted some upgrades, but she was fully busy with this synth work here.
okay.
So you could go and ask, but it is unlikely she's going to be able to give you anything like in that time frame. Because you did already use her for the synth stuff. Buddy, I don't have any more milk for you. Here, suck on air. He's not even hungry. He's not even sucking. He's just kept fussing. I bet he's hot. All right, let me see where it is. I'm looking for that upgrade. Holographic clothes. That's a skin augmentation. Do you see it? Invisiskin.
No,
what are you
I'm
looking
literally
for?
talking about the. I'm literally talking about
Holographic
the thing from the
disguise.
game, but I'm not sure what it'd be called.
I'm looking in the augmentations of this game.
Like the facial recognition, basically.
Oh, wait. Like, don't they wear, like, masks or something that, like, basically make it so the cameras
No.
can't see their face? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's like as soon as it goes to scan the face, it craps out and stops and it blurs. I know what you're on about. You're on about the guys that are the.
Oh yeah. You see it in some of those like when you go into those like video sleep dream things, and you go and like you look at them. Like some people have their.
Yeah.
face
Oh,
covered up.
well, no. Have you ever hacked a camera in game and looked at you? You don't see you. Your face is blurred.
Oh.
It's also the same thing when you go and you're doing the BDs and you're looking at the animals or the whoever the hell in the cathedral or the church.
It's usually a thing that's like intercepting the feed and then altering it in real time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
I just thought it'd be handy here in case we're all worried about.
I was gonna go with old-fashioned balaclava. I was gonna cut a hole in
But
my
it's
underwear.
like
and put
it
on my
doesn't
face.
seem to be a
What?
thing.
Okay.
Are you guys all gonna wear
I guess
balaclavas?
that's what we do.
Are you gonna wear like clown masks? Like, what are you
I
doing?
have
with
a
I was
this?
gonna cut a hole in mine. I don't have a balaclava. I was gonna put underwear on my face.
Oh my god. You're gonna be sniping. You're not even gonna be on the ground.
It's about being
Why
part
do
of
you
the
need the
team.
mask?
What are the rest of you gonna wear? You gonna go IRA with this? Or are you gonna go?
We need a
Oh, what?
uniform.
How about you fucking?
Let's take a look.
I was thinking of doing like oh, I blinked out. A scarf kind of around like the neck and just can like wrap that around the lower half of the face.
Well, we'll call it for this time. Next time we'll pick up with the job.
Sounds good.